Hi guys, how's it going?
Oh, hey,
Hello.
how's it going?
That was uncanny timing. You
Really
did that
good
just as
timing.
soon as it went live.
We hit the live button, and now you're here too. That's great. No, we didn't forget to go live. It's just not everyone's here, but we can be live. So here we are. Yeah. So Vex, did you have your
Yes.
thoughts on Superman?
No,
I don't want to. I don't want to fucking talk about Superman.
Oh, all right.
You know?
Hey,
I
that's cool.
was done with Superman after the first conversation I had
Fair
about
enough.
it. It's over, man. I'm just my thoughts have been consumed by Ironheart, which is a show I never intended to watch.
But you are.
And then, but I had to edit a video on it, and now I've watched half of it. And she shows up in my dreams now. Like the last 3 nights, Riri Williams has showed up in my dreams. Specifically, that scene where she looks like a hood N-word, like at the beginning of episode 1. She's got the do-rag and everything.
Oh,
That's just been showing up in random spots in my dreams the last 3 nights.
God. Yeah, I forgot about that because I haven't edited videos in so long. It really does stick with you. You're just seeing this.
Oh yes.
over
Oh
and
yes.
over and over. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Arkham Reaver says, "Who was the thing in the end, Childs or McCready?"
Ooh.
I thought they both they both were the thing at the end of the film. That was my interpretation, at least.
I thought that like neither of them were, but they were going to basically die because the paranoia had consumed them.
That too. Yeah, I can go with that ending as well.
Who done it? Why is Thunderbolts better than Superman?
It has characters in it, which is a start for most works of art. Having characters, generally better than not having characters. They're not even that good. That's the thing. It doesn't even need to be very good, but they did some work. Yes, Yelena is broken, and you have to just pretend like you haven't like watched any previous of Marvel stuff for it to work. But she started in position A, and then she progressed through position B, and then C, and then there was a setback, and then she came out at position D. And it's a basic sort of semi-functional arc. The scene between her and Red Guardian is stronger than the scene between Superman and his like adopted parents in the Superman movie because there's a bit of setup to it, and you know there's a bit of backstory as well. So yeah.
There's also like an actual story that it tries to follow, and it's not just like a best of from a TV show compilation. So it has that going for it at least.
Yep. TGV Monster, remember, we can't call Pedro Pascal by this name. We have to call him by what he wants to be called. Daddy. The cringe lord doesn't disappoint.
What is all that daddy stuff? Because I've seen people posting
from
about
an
it on
interview,
Twitter, and I've deliberately ignored it.
Yeah, I think it's from a fucking interview with these Californian fools.
Yeah, it was which character would be a daddy, and it was like, Thor's a dad, and Iron Man's a dad, and is Pedro Pascal actually gay, or is he like a sexual predator that's pretending to be gay to avoid like going to jail?
It's a good
I assume it's both.
Yeah.
Well, it's like maybe it's like an American Pie, just sticks his fingers in too many places.
There's the amount of times that I see him touching other women now, he has to be gay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. He's got to be.
Yeah.
We're talking about
no straight man.
Yeah.
No straight man would allow their woman to get touched like that.
I have no idea. What does he actually claim to be in public? Is he straight? Bi? What? All of this?
We don't know. He's very quiet.
Yeah, so it feeds more into he's a pervert.
I don't know. It's the whole
Pedro Pascal gay.
Is he gay? This is what we do after the show, you guys. That's why we decided to just start
speculating. Is this true?
Well, it's the glow stick thing for me. Of like, if you're not gay, what are you trying to say, dude? It's a bit bizarre.
Well, that's how he got the job.
He wants you to know that he could be gay if he wanted to be.
Pedro Pascal's sexuality remains unclear.
Are we sure about that? You sure about that?
Even an AI goes, I don't know.
Oh,
maybe.
Maybe he's into everyone. He, just depends. He's
And
one of those, I like them
everything.
for their personality kind of types.
Or I
Every
like them
hole's a
for their
goal.
dick.
Is that pansexual or whatever it is? I can't even keep track of all of them, but whatever it is, it's bizarre that he's not like.
Dave says they don't claim
was
him.
gay. if he was, you would think that'd be something that we know. He'd be
Or
explicit.
maybe his policy if there's grass on the pitch, play ball.
Oh.
Does anyone know what that means?
Yes. What is omnisexuality?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, a sexual orientation where individuals are attracted to people of all genders and gender identities. It's a form of multisexuality, which is also a term I've never heard of.
Multisexual.
That's just being bi.
You're just a freak.
Yeah.
At what point can you're just a freak? Is it similar to
I said
summarize
bi.
that?
He said freak.
That's it. You're a freaky person. Like you just like to eat, because that's what I mean. The whole LGBTQ, all the other letters they've added to it, doesn't really. Words are supposed to be able to communicate concepts, Like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about half the time when it comes to it. I get gay, bi, lesbian, all that makes sense to me. But then you take it to this point of like polysexual, pan this, pan that.
It's so ridiculous. I'm an assivore. I only eat ass.
I remember there was a Burger King advert going, make sure you eat these things because when you eat ass, it's good on the other person's digestive system. And I was like, what the fuck?
My Tigger says, Brooks, I heard that you are a welder. Is that true? And it looks like it is. My goodness.
I want to throw this thing. I'm so sick of it. But yeah, almost 9 years.
Well, let me reiterate what you said about 10 minutes ago, Brooks. I am so tired of talking about the topic that everyone's talking about that I'm not going to do the video. Also, I hate the fact that I work this job and I wish I was a YouTuber full time.
Yeah.
There's conflicting.
There it is. What?
I'm just pointing this out to you.
What?
I'm just pointing it out to you.
What's conflicting?
Sometimes you just need to talk about the subject.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm confused as well.
I'm so confused.
What are we going at here?
He's saying you have to do welding because you're not putting time into like Superman.
Right.
Oh, come on. I've been a welder for almost 9 years, but I would like to make it. I would want YouTube to be my full-time job. I'm trying to
I want YouTube to be your full-time job as well. That's why I'm saying, like, I know you're tired of talking about Superman, but you have interesting things to say about Superman. So you should talk about Superman anyway.
Possibly. If I could find something that's compelling that I really want to get to when it comes to the movie, but depends on how Fantastic Four treats me, because I have a feeling there's going to be stuff in there to be able to discuss.
Don't have quality, pick quantity. That's important. YouTube. This isn't fucking high. Some people have high arts. You shouldn't.
Weld with a saber.
Tired of getting burnt and tired of all the crazy people in the industry working with old men. Yeah, it's just so many things like this. It's a fantastic trade, though. Don't get me wrong, but it's just a trade is still a trade. You're going to be working your ass into the ground, and most of the BSUPs that you saw me come on, especially like before I was a regular part of the panel, I was rushing home from work and here exhausted, but still just ready to chat and have fun, It's part of the reason I talk so much sometimes too, is because I had like an adrenaline rush after racing home from work and ready to talk about whatever the hell we're doing, right? So
Wonder Girl 108, did we do away with the term pansexual? That's what I was wondering too, because all this sounds like the exact same description.
I mean, that was already a dodgy as fuck term, but I guess it just became too boring because, people adopt these labels when they want to seem really special. And like pansexual was just too easy to use. Too many people used it, so it lost its currency. It's like inflation, but for sex.
Well, I thought it was a pedo term because pansexual, you want to fuck Peter Pan.
Oh my God.
That's what I thought. And I went, oh, you sick bastard, every time I heard it.
That's the problem with these terms. They're so like ill-constructed. They don't even know what the fuck they mean. So instead of trying to communicate something, you just end up confusing people.
Apparently, the difference is whether gender is a factor in attraction. So omnisexuality, gender doesn't matter, you're attracted, but pansexuality is just like they're gender blind. So they don't care about whether you're a girl or a boy. It's their mind.
How can you fuck a personality? How can you get a boner from that? It's impossible. You can like her personality, but you can't go, oh, she's into football. Whoa, I'm gonna fuck her.
It's just, it doesn't take account for how attraction works. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a genuine, natural thing. You can't just have these labels and say, I'm this, I am this, therefore we should get together. It's just, it's so robotic and gross. But, and I just don't ever feel there's never really an argument to defend it either. Like,
no, there isn't.
The difference between gay and queer, I still don't understand what it is. If someone could explain that, like, I'm genuinely open to a legitimate answer, but I feel like all the words have kind of lost their meaning.
I think queer eventually morphed from metrosexual, which is I act gay, but I'm straight. Then it's queer. But back in the day, you used to call someone a queer when it was a slur. So I have no idea what the rules are.
That's what I mean. I have no idea.
I also thought queer was just a general gay term. So it didn't matter whether you were gay or lesbian. Like if you just liked the same sex, you were queer. That's what I thought it was. No?
I have no idea.
Yes, this discussion on the Movie Cynic channel makes so much sense.
No, it's important.
We're trying to figure out what the fuck Pedro Pascal is. He's coming out in a movie soon.
Is he gay? Is he queer? Is he pan?
Well, he's picked the one guy he can shapeshift, so I suppose that makes sense. He can bend and twist into any shape.
Anything he wants. God. He can create his own mangina if he wants.
Oh, shit.
He can fuck
You know
himself.
what? We'll know when we see the kiss between him and Sue, because you can tell when someone's gay and they kiss like a straight person. You can see. No acting can cover that up.
In her face. Oh, he just goes.
I guess that's why ScarJo was so comfortable with, like, wasn't she like kissing her co-star or something, and her husband, who was a cuck, was like totally okay with it because he's like gay.
He's gay, yeah. That's what I mean. If he were straight, none of these people would have a problem with it, but he's gay, so that's the only way that these men are letting these guys get away with it.
Does she just lie to him, going, "He fucked me, but he's gay. It's okay.
He's gay, dude. It's totally fine." He's like, "Oh, that's fine.
Oh, that's okay."
Was Halle Berry? Was Halle Berry married or anything when she like Billy Bob Thornton like fuck her in front of the entire world?
Oh my god, that was crazy. That's as close as it gets without being the real deal. Good
that
Lord.
Was I got trapped in that situation. I watched that movie with my mom, and I had no idea that was coming. So I have to sit there on the couch next to my mom watching Halle Berry get railed, and it felt like it just lasted an hour. I'm there just like. I just want to die right now. At the same time, I'm like, holy shit. So yeah, just a mind fuck. Just complete worst case scenario. Because nobody fucking warned us about that. I was expecting to see the most surreal sex scene ever filmed when I'm watching a fucking random movie with my mom. Just terrible.
Oh my!
And that was in her prime too.
Yeah,
that was
prime.
Yeah, that Halle Berry looked good. That was crazy.
Oh, good man. Oh.
Brooks just being like, think of baseball. Mom's right there. Think of baseball.
Just like chairs clacking together.
Because the scene couldn't have been more than 5 minutes. It couldn't have been. But for me, it just kept going. Eternity. And they're on the floor.
So what did your mom think of it?
I just awkward silence that lasted forever.
She didn't say anything.
Oh
my god. We got some super chats that came in here. Felonious Sack, the sun coming up here. So this is BSUP after dark. Yeah. Arkham Reaver, if you were given the chance to go back in time and fix a bad movie before it came out, which would you pick? The Last Jedi is not allowed.
Shows.
The Matrix sequels, all of them.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
I'd
blow up part 4 and fix 2 and 3.
How would you fix them?
You can kind of fix them now. I have edited together one sequel to The Matrix out of part 2 and 3. You can manage a reasonable finale even with what they have. You can edit together a film.
I'm guessing you don't keep the ghost people. You fucking pointless.
They are super pointless, but they're too integral to the keymaker, who is like, and he's too integral, so you have to have them. But I completely take out pretty much everything to do with Zion. Zion's basically like a
no orgy.
Yeah, that's gone. All that shit's gone. Because there's plenty of ways in that film to get the connection between Trinity and Neo across without the sex scene. Like, you do not need that at all. So you do not need any of the Zion shit. I made a better movie. I'm telling you. Especially now that I edit YouTube videos, I made a new edit of that. The first time I made one, like, it really exists, dude. I'm like a super fucking Matrix.
I want to
geek,
fucking
man.
see this. I want to fucking see this.
I'll watch that.
It is a better movie. It's like
I'm 100% down. Just fucking do that.
Yeah, just
release the Cynic cut.
Ultimate cut. Yeah, it is. The Cynic cut. Like, I fixed your movie. You're welcome.
That's an interesting question too. So which movie would we remake and which movie would be like just alter and chop up the way you did, right? Because I think a lot of different answers that you can have. But I think if I can remake The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 and make an actual great trilogy,
that
would be an easy one. Like T3 would be a big pick, but you already have 2 of them that are phenomenal. But Jurassic Park, you only get you got 1.5. I like the first half of The Lost World. And then the girl kicks a raptor, and the whole franchise has never been the same ever since. To me, in my opinion, it's legit. It's literally died in that moment, and they kept that energy from the third one to the world. It's just shit.
The sound that she makes when she kicks it too.
It just completely gets impaled. It's so stupid. The music, and it's the death of immersion, and the horror. Dinosaurs have never been scary again ever since that kick. And if we can just fix all that, even with the same cast, because there's parts of the movie that work. That's it.
Can we do a TV show to rewrite or redo?
Yeah,
like, because then I do the Halo TV show. Then I would just bomb that and then just literally adapt the storyline from Halo Reach for a series.
Yeah, everyone said that should have been the first season. It was the second season. It was over in like 2 episodes. Yeah. And then one of the women gets the flood and they just freeze her because they planned to cure the flood. The fucking whole point of Halo, the Halo rings, is because you can't stop the flood.
Exactly.
She was going to science up an answer to the fucking unstoppable flood.
Yeah, that show's an absolute abomination with how much there is to pick from to adapt. So...
He's not
heard
even
nothing but terrible things on it.
Oh, there's a scene where he has a chip that stops him from feeling, and he takes it out and he listens to music and starts crying. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
This is Master Chief?
Yeah, and then he's standing there naked with his ass cheeks out.
Master Cheeks, yep.
Oh,
Master
I saw the memes.
Yep.
How do you take because the little I know of Halo, I'm just like, how do you take the Master Chief that I know from the games and make that? Like, he's supposed to be super stoic. Like, he doesn't even take his mask off type of thing, right?
You don't understand the character. That's how that happens. You don't understand the character. You don't understand the universe or the lore. That's it.
That's pretty much it.
Jesus. Wow.
Arcane Season 2 and Game of Thrones Season 8. Those are the 2
also a good show.
Yeah.
Oh, I would fix Halloween Ends. I'd go back in time and kill the director.
If we're doing time machines and murder, then we can fix a lot of things, man. Trust me.
Well, if I had one opportunity to go back in time and correct one thing, that would be it.
Oh my god.
Fuck Hitler, 9/11, all that shit. I would fix Halloween Ends. I wouldn't let it exist.
It'd be funny if you were driving by in your time machine, you see Hitler, and you just give him a nod and just keep driving.
No, I'm like, I'm on my way to
More
kill
important things to do.
Gordon Green. That's who I'm going to kill.
You're like Indiana Jones in the last Indiana Jones movie. It is necessary for history that I protect you, Hitler, from the people who are trying to hurt you.
There are more diabolical creatures than you, Hitler.
What do you think's the most damaged franchise overall?
Star Wars.
I was going to say Star Wars, yeah. Because my answer to what would you fix, I would actually go back and fix Return of the Jedi, because that's where a lot of the shit just starts going massively wrong.
Ewoks. Do you have a pitch for Return of the Jedi in terms of like a different concept? Because people usually just say, "Oh, boo Ewoks." They don't actually say what they would have wanted instead of that plot.
Well, there was the who wrote like a vague treatment sort of outline for when it was like envisioned as 6 movies rather than 3, and like Luke turns to the dark side, and in the long run Leia ends up being something like the chosen one, and like she has to lead the rebellion kind of on her own for a bit. There was just like a lot more sort of serious, like darker, more mature science fiction directions that franchise could have been taken in, and some ideas to take it there were already present. and almost all of them are better than Ewoks and a bigger Death Star. Like, it has some brilliantly strong scenes in it, as we always have to keep pointing out. You know, Luke and the Emperor's stuff is excellent. Luke and Vader stuff is excellent, but it could have been a much more interesting installment in a much more interesting franchise. Instead, we got like a pretty good ending, but which contained the seeds for the destruction of everything that came after it.
True.
The Alien and Predator franchises are also pretty damaged as well.
Yeah. Well, have you seen the trailer for Badlands that just came out?
Unfortunately,
that came out today, didn't it?
My friend excitedly sent it to me, and I don't trust his taste, so I haven't watched it yet.
Are we even able to watch trailers? I don't know how that works copyright.
I think we can. You just can't monetize the stream, but you
pause
can
it as well. But yeah, it's basically there's a funny bit in it where she's missing half her body, so she's kind of like Mamiya in God of War, but she's from the waist up, and he's carrying it on his back. But there's a quick shot of her with no like legs jumping at someone and attacking him.
What?
The hell?
It's like a split. It looks terrible. Like she just jumps at someone with no legs, with just their stomach, and leaps at him, and he goes and he gets attacked by this half woman.
I didn't realize she had no legs in that jump scene. I guess I'll have to watch this trailer again.
Oh, it's terrible.
Predators. This they've done wasted it completely for years.
Hey, says, you guys bring so much joy. Can't thank you enough for all that you do and all the shite you watch for us, so we don't have to. Keep up the good work. Hell yeah. Get my cha. Anyone excited for the Legend of Zelda film? Yes, that was on the slides. We just ran out of time. Now that the cast has been announced, I'm optimistic and glad that it's not looking like a shared universe. I didn't mind the shared universe idea. I thought it was pretty fitting for, you know, a Smash Bros movie or whatever, but I'm also totally fine keeping it separate.
Well,
I like the casting.
Has to be good.
Yeah, casting's great.
Well, it's
funny.
Actually,
let me get that slide.
We don't really have a treatment or anything. It's just, Zelda's actually going to be a woman.
Yeah,
that's exactly it. This whole thing has been crazy, man. They casted someone who looked exactly like Zelda, and people got pissed off that.
I know.
I think that's hilarious. Now they cast this person who she looks fine, but I don't think she looks as much like Zelda as the last one. But they're happy because she's a girl. Like, what do you guys want? What do you want? Do you want good casting, or is it just strictly about gender at this point?
It would be
I
funny.
think Rhaenyra from House of the Dragon should put that out of the window. She killed it, and isn't she trans? Like, at what point is good casting?
She's a woman saying she's a man.
Yeah, she's just one of those non-binary types. I think like she's not actually she's not committing to anything. She's just like getting the paycheck. In the same way that Bella Ramsey is the first non-binary receptor of an Emmy or whatever the fuck that was. It's like, you're not though.
Okay,
that's just shit.
This is how you know none of that matters, because I've watched 2 seasons of House of the Dragon thinking I was a dude. You know what I mean? Like, you guys just cleared that up for me. The fact that that's possible, and I've seen season 1 like 5 times, and it never, like, oh my god, you just blew my mind with that. So that just proves none of that really matters. It's all about the performance.
Yep.
But it would be funny because Link has to get the Master Sword, and he goes, "Link, the sword is underneath my skirt," and he has to pull her out.
I think Kong Skull Island and Detective Pikachu are not red flags, but I would say Jurassic World is.
Jurassic World should be disqualifying. No one who works on those movies should be allowed to work on anything else.
It's very alarming.
Yeah, but what did he work as? Was he just getting coffee?
Yeah, was he a cameraman or sorry, was he the lights guy or something?
I would imagine a Zelda movie is going to involve some puzzles, I would hope, to show how clever Link is in some capacity or whatever. And you're only as clever as the writer.
Well, it's such a simple story. It is the most classical story. Princess gets kidnapped. Link comes to her rescue.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen.
The most basic baseline story. If you fuck this up, you just have no talent.
That's the thing as well. Like Link, when he gets the Master Sword, he ages. Well, it depends what version. In Ocarina of Time, everything skips forward 7 years.
Wasn't Kong Skull Island was like the best of that new Godzilla?
Yeah, it wasn't a bad one.
And Detective Pikachu was kind of fun for
it was just poorly acted. I think the main actor sucked, but the movie wasn't bad.
Gotcha. Yeah. I
With
agree.
Kong or Pikachu? What are we talking about?
Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu. That Jesse, not Jesse. What's his name?
I don't know, but he was really bad.
He's not a good actor. He's not a good actor at all.
He was in Magical Negroes.
Who watched
He was in a Jurassic
yeah.
World movie too. He was in one of them.
Forgot about that.
Well, the kid they cast for Link, he was in Blind Manor, and he was excellent in that. So add a few more years of experience, and he could play a good Link. I could see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't mind Skull Island. I only saw it one time, so
all I remember was he was way bigger than the other. Like, I was just getting the idea of his size in each movie is really confusing to wrap my head around, because I remember him being standing straight up and being massive in that movie when he's much more ape-like in the other ones. Because like, what is the in terms of the original Godzilla design? Is he more ape-like, or was he supposed to be like that? Because he seemed like, I don't know, it's more like a giant Bigfoot rather than a giant gorilla.
No, you're right. That was an issue I had with that first Godzilla Kong movie, is they made Kong a lot smaller for the sake of Godzilla looking a little mightier. But yeah, he was absolutely massive in Skull Island.
And they're going to space in the new movie.
Oh my god.
It's called Godzilla vs. Kong Supernova.
You're a Godzilla fan, Cynic. What do you think of this?
I'm all done, man. Like, you have to pick a side. Like, Godzilla fans are so autistic, they can't even wrap their head around someone who's watched the movies all this time, enjoys the -1 films, but doesn't like the direction of the American films. Like, it just, they can't wrap their head around it. They think I'm just some poser that's only started liking Godzilla since -1 came out. I've liked it since I was like 3. And I saw Godzilla. It was at the time, it was called Godzilla in 1985. It's called Godzilla Returns now, and it was fucking badass. And I went back and watched all of them, and I own all of them. And they're, I don't put the American films in the same ballpark as the Japanese films, even though they are both campy.
Gotcha.
It's totally different, man. Like, you're talking about B schlock that's made on shoestring budgets versus films that have 9-figure budgets and
heartless Hollywood slop.
Yeah, it's
I know exactly what you mean. There's films that, like, they're shit, but you can see the heart there, you can see the intention, you can fill in the rest. Like, you can have sock puppets, but if you have good voice actors and a good story, you can get immersed just with sock puppets. Like, that shit, it comes down just to the story at the end of the day. And I know exactly what you mean, is you don't need this giant budget. But for me, the idea that people can't see the difference between -1 and Kong versus Godzilla, whatever the fuck it's called, that's like House of the Dragon and Rings of Power. If you can't see the difference between these two similar things, there's a serious problem with me trusting anything that you recommend going forward.
I haven't seen House of the Dragon. Were they upset by season 2, the ending?
Yeah.
Season 2 had 8 episodes instead of 10, which massively cut off the giant battle that the entire season was building up to, which was frustrating. There's also a particular plot involving one of the most exciting characters that a lot of people weren't on board with. I think it was important for his character, and there was a lot of interesting elements to it. But I'm still honest enough to say that this is probably going to be boring and unappealing for a lot of the fan base. They don't want to see this character doing this particular thing. And it just wasn't as solid as season 1. Season 1 was so fucking good, like no business being that good. But season 2 had a lot of issues. But out of all the season 2s that had problems, House of the Dragon still was the best out of them. It had arguably the best episode of the series in that battle scene. Platoon, remind me, what the hell was the name of that battle? If you even remember.
Didn't watch that, sorry.
No, Platoon.
In House, it's season 2.
Season 2, the big battle, the fucking dragons. There's a name for it.
Yeah.
Rook's Rest. Thank you, Dave.
That's the one.
Rook's Rest. It deserves to be named by its name. It was actually a phenomenal scene. So yeah, House of the Dragon season 2 problems, but still fantastic. I'm still excited for season 3.
I just realized Sammy's wife must have said no.
Fucking 29 minutes later, dude.
He's throwing stuff at him right now, and he's trying to get in his car.
Yeah. Scott, so yeah, episode 4 of season 2 has one of the best battles like ever. And season 8 of episode 1 has one of my favorite television moments of television like ever, period. The Viserys scene was not overhyped. It was phenomenal. It's one of the best representations of family and manhood you'll ever see. It's
wow.
Yeah.
I've seen Fast and the Furious. Is it better than that?
A little bit better, just mildly better. Between Viserys and Fast and the Furious, I don't know.
Well,
but no, it's the reason why. Not to spoil anything, but like you get a completed story in season 1 for this particular character. So regardless of what happens with the rest of the series, season 1 is worth watching.
Isn't it strange? Like I thought they'd go backwards, like in time. Like you get Robert's Rebellion, then you kind of go just before that, like the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which is coming out. Isn't that like 100 years ahead? But then you've got House of Dragon, which is like 200 years behind. It's kind of all over the place with the upcoming shows.
Yeah, it's a weird timeline. Because I've read all the Night of the Seven Kingdoms books ones, and I quite like them. They're fairly solid, little self-contained, like not really what you would associate with George R.R. Martin in the sense that they're not actually deeply cynical about stuff. It's quite like fairly family-friendly buddy cop almost kind of thing with like the big knight and the little kid. Because I don't know how much they really want you to watch them in order as opposed to just have these things populating at the same time. There is so much else they can also be doing to fill in gaps. It's just a case of this is what we've got at the particular moment, which is ready to go, and it'll come out as it comes out in the order it comes out. You don't need necessarily to have watched one to understand the other either, I think. Which helps.
It could cause problems, though, chronologically, because as you go backwards, you can at least go, okay, this links up to this.
I was going to say that. If you watch Game of Thrones, it spoils the ending of House of the Dragon. Joffrey literally tells a story about how the main character in House of the Dragon dies. So it's just crazy, the spoilers that you can get. But they don't, other than things like that, the continuity between them is fantastic. It really does feel like Game of Thrones 200 years, like Westeros 200 years ago, how it should be. It makes, even though Daenerys, I didn't really like Daenerys as a character, I'm way more interested in the Targaryens and I have more respect for her story because of seeing House of the Dragon. And there's just certain things that they, like Daenerys, you never really got to see her play the Game of Thrones, the political aspect. And House of the Dragon, you get to see that aspect with this particular character. So it's just, there's a lot of elements in there that work, and you don't need to watch Game of Thrones to enjoy House of the Dragon. But if you do, you'll probably get even more out of it.
And then it's going to shit the bed again.
I hope not.
Every series had a terrible end.
No, don't do it. Don't curse us.
When they pull you back in with Night of the Seven Kingdoms, then that's terrible, and you get the next one.
Didn't George R.R. Martin publish a blog basically saying, yeah, they're making some changes to House of the Dragon and I don't like it because they haven't thought it through? And then he had to delete the blog because he wasn't supposed to say that yet. But it's not, yeah, I don't know. Season 2 has made me doubt, but season 1 is really good.
So that's it. We're just going to keep getting disastrous endings.
Or maybe if he
hope
finished
not.
his
I really
books,
hope not. I know this fat fuck. That's it, exactly. It's all George's fault at the end of the day. Like this guy.
Well, he probably has.
He's
probably finished Winds of Winter and he's terrified of releasing it because what we got is what we saw.
How do you rewrite a better version of something that the entire world hated? That is just a hard task for an old man.
How'd you put Bran? How'd you put Bran on the Iron Throne and make it work? Out of everyone, Bran Stark, the fucking boring kid who skipped a season.
You know what? I hate Bran more than Rey. I said it. I fucking hate that motherfucker. I hate Bran almost more than any character ever. He didn't kill anyone. He's not a terrible person, but what he represents in terms of a fuck up of writing, 10 hard years. And to the person who says, to the person in the chat who says I mentioned Game of Thrones every stream, yeah, sorry, it fucking comes up naturally. I didn't do this, but here we are. Fuck Brad.
Well, that's the thing. Cynic always types in the chat, "Oh, we should move what? We should do the super chats, maybe if we can."
It is if we can, truly.
And we all just ignore him.
Just fuck it. Well, this one's for you, Platoon, so you can just take it.
It's because you can't pronounce it. The Hispanic Alucard for $5. Platoon, will you include the what did the film mean by this in the Superman review for the immigrant being sent to rule and plow all the women? Funny you should mention that because I think it's already in the script. So yes.
But it's just what James Gunn just said. Well, not all Kryptonians are the same. So, like, is it an offshoot, or are they like neo-Nazis and Jor-El's got a skinhead? Like, what is it? Or he just hasn't thought about it and he's bullshitting.
Oh, he's bullshitting. It's like,
yeah.
It's like the implication otherwise is that like Superman just happened to come from like the weird sexy time cult of fucking Krypton, which is it's not much better, to be honest.
Yeah, like Kara's parents don't talk to his parents. It's a big family drama.
My Tigger for $20. Brooks, do you have fun names for each welding process? For example, we call stick welders stickers, flux core welders figures, TIG welders tiggers, and MIG welders. Well, you know.
No, not really. But I'll tell you one thing about welders. They all fucking hate engineers. There's like a civil war in every place with welders and engineers. These motherfuckers don't take any accountability for their mistakes, and welders get blamed for everything and have to fix all the mistakes after. So fuck all you engineers out there. That's all I have to say about
that. I've seen like designers as well, where people design a kitchen and carpenters can't fucking like the plug socket doesn't fit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the person who installed it, they'll probably have to go and fix it and have to get blamed for it. But the engineer who put the blueprint for it, nope, no accountability. My hands are clean. I fucking hate it. It's bullshit.
That's right. Keeping it on point. Ruddy says Hallie was married to a sex addict. Bro didn't care.
Well, I'd be a sex addict if she was my wife.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll do it to you. That'll do it.
5 seconds going.
He was honey. Not one until he got with Hallie, which I understand.
That will do it.
Intent matters. This seems like an appropriate question for BSUP After Dark. What is the panel's opinion on Israel-Palestine conflict?
Jesus.
I'm not going to get your channel demonetized, Cynic. So.
What do you mean we love Israel?
I think James Gunn had the right idea in that you can solve that conflict by having corporations go in and stop it. Because that is actually something he put in his movie, and I don't think he realized what he did.
I think it is somehow fucking crazy that topic winds up in every single comment section of any video I make.
What?
I have no fucking clue how, but somehow, I swear to God, dude, when I'm bored and browsing through the comments, I see it somehow on any video.
It's weird because I make fun of Jews in my video and I never get that.
Dude, it's not even like related to the video. Like someone will just somehow bring it up and it'll be like a whole thread. And they're discussing the conflict.
It's moth to a flame. It attracts hyper autists. It's like one of the main reasons the conflict goes on so long is like for some reason it's just a magnet to these people and they never stop ever.
Well, that's why
you can tell jokes about both sides in the same video. And they will immediately say, "Oh, how dare you? You're clearly a pro-Israel fascist." Or, "Oh, you're a stupid pro-Palestinian anti-Semite." It's like, no, I fucking hate all of you. I thought I'd made that clear.
Well, it's like the Superman thing. Everyone's latching onto it because the guy is like, "Oh, he's a Trump standing. No way, he's a Netanyahu standing. No way, he's a Putin standing." He's vague enough to be insert ethnic conflict.
Yeah,
that's the point.
That's what's frustrating about it, because everyone just fucking labels whatever they need on these characters. They don't put any thought into the actual story itself, and you get drawn into the stupid political arguments over nothing rather than enjoying the film.
We're talking about how stupid it is for Hawkgirl to assassinate a political leader of a foreign nation. They're going, "Yes, slay Queen, kill Netanyahu." And I'm going, these are two different arguments.
Yeah.
We're watching the movie. You're a
that bridge is
weirdo.
so tough, man. Just trying to have these conversations with people that think that way. It's like they're miles apart. It's so difficult.
Yeah, you criticize
Israel x Palestine supernova.
Has anyone seen Bruno?
Coming next year.
Has anyone seen the film Bruno? Where he gets the Palestinian and Israeli. He goes, "Jews and Hindus, you be friends." He calls them Hindus when they're Muslims. And he gets them he starts singing a song to try and bring them together. It's the most awkward thing I've ever seen.
Dude, in that movie, do you remember his interview with Harrison Ford?
Oh yeah, he goes, it's a big setup. He's going,
Yeah, it's a huge setup. In my
hello, Harrison. He goes, fuck off.
He's like building it up so much. My one-on-one interview with Harrison Ford. And then it finally cuts away to it, and he's like, Mr. Ford, Mr. Ford. And Harrison's just yelling, fuck off. He walks away.
He just comes out the shop and goes, please fuck off.
Angry old man.
Oh, it's such a good film. I love that bit where he's trying to get married at the end of the film. He goes, I don't marry two men. And he goes, if she's a man, how did she give birth to our son? It's a little black kid. And he goes, when did you have the baby? Oh, I don't even know why I'm asking that question.
Yeah. Underrated. I enjoy that one more than the original Borat, I think.
I agree.
What did you think of him in Ironheart? I think we touched on that briefly, but
he was good. I mean, he was fine. I
What about
don't know. It wasn't that big of a deal.
He's better because he's in a deluge of shit?
yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So it's like a corn in a turd. That part is fine.
It's just
It's a really powerful mental image. Wow.
Does anyone know this
He's
chick?
like,
Braga-san? Whoever the casting is?
Nope. She looks kind of familiar though.
Nope, but let's see.
Who calls the kid Bo?
Zelda casting.
Very irresponsible parent.
I dubbed the Bo.
Is too lazy to think of a real name.
She stinks BO body odor.
What is this ridiculous shit? So I Google Zelda casting, and the second article that pops up is that Zelda botched the live action Legend of Zelda casting because they didn't hire a trans actress. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Now it's
this
the other
is real.
side of it.
This is the second fucking thing that pops up on Google when you search Zelda casting.
I didn't want to say it
like
without
that
any
for
references.
ages as well. Is it Hunter Schafer is the one that they all think should be cast? Like controversially, I think Hunter Schafer would have made a better Link than the person they got for Link, but like that would be like problematic to point that out.
Well, Link is kind of like elf-like, a little twink boy in the games, you know. But like, I'm not sure how they'd portray that without. Yeah, you're right. It does kind of fit, but the fact
it's
that
the pointy face thing, I think, is what's going because like Link has got a like you say, it's elfin featured and quite triangular. The guy they got for Link has got quite a round head, I guess, which doesn't. But like, I don't care about casting news. It's just that people do for some reason, and here we are.
Reacting like this is ridiculous. Like the fact that she's trans is the only thing that matters to them. It's.
That's what I was gonna say.
Go ahead, Rex.
No, just to add on, like is not even a good actor. I don't know if anyone watched Cuckoo at all from last year.
No.
He was absolutely fucking terrible in that. It's supposed to be this tense horror movie. Dan Stevens is bringing the energy. Cuckoo.
Dude, listen to this fucking cope.
Hunter Schafer was in it, and she was supposed to, or he was supposed to be a teenage girl, and the energy was just not there. You don't buy the performance whatsoever. So I don't
listen to this fucking cope. It even admits this. Fan casting is often dumb, and most suggestions are based on an actor sharing a single trait with the character they might play. But the Schafer fan casting was one of the best.
Like it was a thing put out by the It's agency. Like Nintendo never considered him. It was purely done to try and advertise him.
Right. I thought this was all just done by like some like really radical progressive people. Like I don't remember any like serious casting agent talking about him being cast as Zelda.
No, like Nintendo are Japanese and quite rightly hate trans. They love traps, which is weird. Where they love a girl looking like a boy, but they say they're a boy. They say they're a girl. I don't know how it works.
So the internet just locked onto her, even though she wasn't officially casted. Is that what you're basically saying?
Right.
Pretty much, yeah.
See,
put out by his
I saw
agency.
the fan casting thing. Like, you can see the resemblance, and like I just would have judged it as usual on the merits. Like, did they pull off the role well or not? Maybe,
Exactly.
I don't know, but it's not going to be out till 2027. So fucking.
People will argue until then, yeah.
But I thought the whole point was they were deliberately casting people you hadn't heard of. In which case, oh dear, it turns out people have heard of Hunter Schafer, so no. Like, it's they're going deliberately for these relatively unknown people because that's kind of the right approach, it seems to me.
Also, like if you wanna franchise this out, statistically, isn't there a 40% chance she might not be around for sequels?
Fuck me.
Jesus.
Every movie you flip the coin.
just say, like, it's a risk.
We had a few slides left. Fuck it. Did you guys see about the scalpers who got a hold of these tickets already for the Odyssey?
How is this possible? A year out, by the way.
Yeah, so a year out, the 70mm tickets are already sold out for this fucking thing. It was like $1.5 million in tickets sold.
I do not like the casting.
Yeah, I don't like the casting for this either. Is there really that much hype
armor?
about the Odyssey?
Well,
Like,
it's
what?
Christopher Nolan, man. It's Christopher
Think about
Nolan.
It's him. It's just him.
It's him.
His name brings a lot of value right now.
We live in an age where directors bring people in, not actors. You know
Exactly.
My cat wants in. He's scratching at the door. Hang on.
I'm still confused how they managed to buy these tickets a year in advance. What websites or movie theaters are planning out theater seating a year in advance?
I don't know.
Probably the main ones, like the huge ones in like LA.
Yeah, it's got to be something super special if it's 1 year in advance. That's crazy.
Yeah, like your local theater won't be doing it.
No.
Strange. Yeah, Zendaya being in this is weird. That's not a casting choice. Matt Damon isn't even a casting choice I would have made either.
Everything, man. They love her. I don't know what it is.
Well, I don't like the armor. The armor is like Spartan. We're supposed to be going back to like the Bronze Age, and you could have like a proper unique look, but it's just a bunch of leather straps that we've seen in everything. There's no originality to it.
Who else is on this cast? Because wasn't Timothée Chalamet supposed to be in here?
Oh no!
Tom Holland. I think he's
Tom Holland is. Matt Damon.
Zendaya.
Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron, Elliot Page.
Batman and Spider-Man.
How are they going to explain, like, Elliot Page comes on, they go, I'm a boy, and you go, He just does that one look and then moves on.
It's a mirage.
Why are there black people on this cast? Is my bigger question.
That's not. We fiddled around in North Africa, and Hollywood seems to think that North Africa in Greek times was black because they don't understand history. It's the whole Cleopatra thing again.
Gotcha.
Bridgerton, if anyone's heard of that, that show's one of the worst when it comes to that thing.
What's her face? She was in 12 Years a Slave. She plays Athena, like jet black.
Wait, so Lupita Nyong'o is playing Athena?
Yeah, so they're going to go. She goes, I am your god. He goes, why'd you look nothing like me?
At least Charlize Theron at 50 makes a little bit more sense for that, but I don't know. Let's see. The Odyssey Charlize.
Give my oh yeah, turning Clark and Goku and Kryptonians into Saiyans was dumb. Also, Invincible and the Viltamites are already Saiyans. Toriyama wins in the end.
No, it's even worse than that because Goku getting sent to a planet makes sense because he's a hyper-violent Saiyan that doesn't need to be like raised by a foster family. His pod lands, it projects an image of the moon, he turns into a giant ape and kills everyone. That's the plan. That's how Saiyans work. They send reject babies to a planet, and and when they see a full moon, they turn into a giant ape and kill everyone.
Yeah, so, the only reason he was able to live there is the Dudukadum cut his tail off.
And he also had brain damage, which made him nice. He
dropped him.
Well, he did. He had brain damage. That's why Goku's a nice Saiyan. But not just that. Jor-El's plan was to have his kid be sent there, be completely dependent on humans, be raised by a foster family until he's old enough to translate his message. By then, he's be 18 or something. Then turn on his only family and conquer the planet. That's his plan.
It's a bad plan. It's a
bad
really
plan,
bad plan. Yeah.
Because he's completely dependent on the Clark, on the Kents.
It's funny. I always compare Goku to Superman, but I totally didn't think about the ape thing for years until you mentioned that. That's such a better plan because regardless of what he does, it's gonna pop off. You just need a moon.
Yeah, like even if you don't have a moon, the pod creates a fake one.
Yeah. Jor-El is trusting that his son is still gonna be retarded in 30 years. Like he's not gonna figure anything out. It's a shit plan.
Yeah, because he's not gonna. He doesn't become super powered until he's like 12. So he has to have 12 years with a family that's going to look after him. Then he's got to find the Fortress of Solitude. God knows how long that's going to take. Like, his plan requires stuff he couldn't, like, he could never find the Fortress of Solitude and never find the message.
That's so fucking stupid, man. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. That's actually a really good point.
This is why my review keeps taking longer, because I keep thinking of these stupid things.
If I end up making a video on Superman, you could invite just because of that rant right there. I can't even think of that. That's actually something that's ridiculous, like in terms of a plan. Because that's such a perfect fucking game plan and a concept with the same that just made them interesting. Yeah. And something to work around as a writer. But with Superman, it depends on everyone being retarded and all these convenient things just happening.
That's why, like, Man of Steel, it's like we've had years to digest all the terrible mistakes. Was this one? Another week happens, another terrible point gets pointed out.
It is. This one, it just gets worse the longer you think about it. Like every single aspect of it does, which is it makes for long videos.
How long's your video going to be? Because you've got 3 hours on Rebirth, which is nothing.
Where am I up with this script at the moment? This script, am I halfway through the movie?
Yeah, Rebirth is tough. But Superman. Whew.
So where is this? Okay, as of so this is without, like, obviously there'll be like an outro and like analysis sections and stuff. The plot stuff for Superman, I've just got to the part where Mr. Terrific enters Lex's private universe, for fuck's sake. That is on page 39. So,
good Lord.
It's fairly long.
I've only wrote to page 18. I'm going, it's taken forever.
Too long, man. Too long.
What is the word? Yeah, it's on 17,000 words at the moment. It's just
and that's you've still got the entire third act.
Yeah, the entire third act, and then all the conclusion summary stuff. And there's probably going to be some more stuff that I want to throw in the midpoint. So it's like
25 to 30.
It'll be out eventually. I don't know when.
25 to 30, yeah.
God, it'd be like a TV series, the amount of hours.
Fucking hell. But you mentioned the differences between Goku and Superman. I think a big advantage that he had as well is, other than Smallville, which is my favorite Superman content, you don't really get a lot of time to really flesh him out as a human. Goku got that. So we treat him like a human, not a Saiyan. And this stupid Superman in this movie, he does not appear like someone who actually grew up in Kansas, which really sucks. It's just this element of the character they should have nailed, and it just depends on this movie wants you to remember so much stuff about the comics and so much other information you have to come into it with for it to work. It would not function as someone's first Superman film. I just don't believe that.
Well, he acts like a teenager who's just gone to the big city, but he's 30 and he's been Superman for 3 years.
Exactly. And when you have power like that, the things you would experience, you would grow up quicker. You would have to know how to deal with these things from a young age. And even in the short clips that Man of Steel did, I feel like we got a better example of Clark dealing with the issues of his abilities and having to hold back more than this movie. Like, he's just so immature, and you shouldn't be like that when you've had this responsibility this long.
I hope Crypto dies.
Yeah, me too.
I like dogs, but he's made me want to euthanize them. I'm gonna get
Isn't
Jobs
that a
back.
continuity area? Because like in the movie, like Supergirl shows up and takes Crypto off with her so he can be in her movie. But then in the post-credit scenes of the Superman movie, he's with Superman sitting on the moon. So now I don't know where he's going to be.
Well, why did he need to mind a dog? The dog's got superpowers. Why don't you both fly off into space?
Why was the dog stronger than him? Is the bigger question I have. Like
the dog, man.
Yeah, it was like the Mary Sue of pet animals. I didn't understand what was going on there for most of the film.
You
Still don't understand why a real dog wasn't used for half the scenes either. That would have been far more charming, way better marketing gimmick as well.
And there's just no setup and payoff when it came to it. From the opening scene, it's just, oh, crypto, no, crypto, no. Just
it's a gag.
Around, right? It's a complete gag, and there was nothing to it. Compare that to Tony and Jarvis in Iron Man, where he's saying, if you spray me again, I'm gonna fucking donate you to a lab or some shit. And you have the jokes that come through at the end, and then the thing ends up saving his life when he gives him the fucking arc reactor. It's such a good payoff, and it's not just this stupid gimmick. You actually had it affect the plot in a way that's meaningful, and it makes sense. It's just while getting another joke in addition to it.
Jarvis keeps progressing until he becomes Vision.
Yeah.
Like he becomes an actual character in the fucking story.
That's another good point. Fucking stupid crypto, man. It's terrible. Even Friday doesn't get as much as Jarvis, because Jarvis obviously got the build up and then Vision is Vision. But even Friday is like less of a gimmick than stupid crypto.
Yeah, I'd feed crypto to Koreans.
This movie sucked. I saw it 3 times.
Bless your soul, man.
What's wrong with you?
Dude, I wanted to like it. Like the third time
the third time I wanted to like it.
Maybe I'll like it by the third time.
The third time I was all done with the review, and then I was like, well, maybe Amy will like it. She didn't like it either. She was like, yeah, everything you said about it or warned me about it, like that, it sucked.
The only time that's like a viable option is when you fall asleep watching a movie or something. You just don't really take it in properly each time, or you're watching it on your phone, you saw it on the like sometimes it takes a few times to really click into a movie or give you that reason to lock in. For me, The Thing,
I gotta watch it for work.
The Thing, I remember just being confused so many times and not watching it at the right time, like putting it on before bed or not having it like where I'm really locked in. So it took me like several watches to truly appreciate it. And now it's like one of my favorite horror films. So it can happen. But Cynic, you're a crazy person. This is
I know. Well, I watch it twice. Like I go to a movie and just enjoy it, right? Or try to it, or whatever. However you want to phrase that. I go to a movie just to watch the film, and then I'll watch it a second time where I actually like write out like my plot breakdown, which is normally like half the video because I'm dissecting the movie as I'm watching it. So that's the second time. And then a third time just to see if it gets any better sometimes. I don't know.
I feel like on a first watch, you know how you feel about a movie. On a second watch, you know how it is. And almost shouldn't need a third unless you're really skimming through it to review and whatnot. You should have a clear idea of what they achieved and how you feel about it by 2 watches.
Mm-hmm.
If you need a third, it's shit. And you're
no, the third was just to see if it got any better and if I could just enjoy it. And I did not enjoy it at all.
I did that with Infinity War and Endgame. Like, I hate Endgame, it sucks, but if I watch them back to back, I can still have fun. TLJ and The Force Awakens doesn't work. It's just those are two where like they're just stupid every single time. And I think this is gonna be like along those lines where they screwed it up.
Well, TLJ is so bad, it makes Force Awakens even worse because you start noticing all the flaws and it's just not a fun movie anymore.
Mm-hmm. Everything they set up that could have been interesting is gone because they got me with what's going to happen with Finn? Is he going to be alive? Is he going to be crippled? Is Rey going to be taught by Luke? Who is Snoke? What's going on? This guy could be so interesting. He's played by Andy Serkis. What's going on? What the fuck happened? How did the Empire come back? And why are they called the First Order now? Like, what the fuck happened to this Kylo dude? Why is he such a bitch? Like, all these fucking things. Maz Kanata, good story for another time. All these things that were fucked up, but were still potentially interesting. I'm like, give me more in TLJ. Like, answer all this. And we got nothing. Less than nothing.
it's been nearly 10 years and we still haven't got the other part of that story.
Nothing. That orange bitch, she lied to us all completely. And the Snoke scene, holy shit. I can't, like, Snoke, to just touch on it briefly, if anyone doesn't remember, Snoke's the key to everything. Like, he's literally the one who fucked up everything and brought the Empire back. He screwed everything up and, like, turned Luke into a fucking hermit and turned Kylo to the dark side. There's so many questions for this man. Is he Plagueis? Was he there? Did he train Palpatine? Does Palpatine know about him? Was he around at the same time? Is he before it? Like, anything. And we get nothing. Ryan turns it into a joke and he gets cut in half and falls on the ground after. His body falls in two. They make a gag.
And then JJ says, "Oh, he's grown in a vat."
Oh, shit. And then JJ comes and just slaps his dick on the table and says, nah, bro. We fucking use a clothes.
It would be funny. Order your own Snoke. Everyone gets their own little Snoke in a vat. My Snoke's cleaning dishes. Mine's doing the car.
Oh, fucking hell. That could be a skit, man. It's so stupid. Like, shit writers need to stop cloning. It's a mechanic that you shouldn't be allowed to use unless you have talent. It just creates problems and you're just embarrassing characters, you know? Because Snoke, for what it's worth, again, acted by Andy Serkis with some pretty cool CGI. Everyone was interested to see this guy, and nothing.
People keep saying Superman, Ultraman's gonna come back as Bizarro, but it's like he's already he's already a retard, and he's gonna come back an even bigger retard.
Yeah, he's gonna come back even retarded.
He got kicked into a bus that went into a black hole, didn't he? Like, how do you come back? I don't want him to come back from that because of what that says about his own power levels.
Well, James Gunn constantly complained about Superman being too strong. Oh, yeah, it's his limitation as a writer that he can't make an OP character interesting.
Yes.
But then in the movie, he has him blow away from a fucking black hole. He just goes, and suddenly he's miles away. Superman's probably one of the most powerful he's ever been, but he's also incompetent and useless.
What do you think is the best example of writing in terms of working around an overpowered character?
Well, I like Mob Psycho, because Mob Psycho, it's an anime where he can basically destroy a city with psychic powers, but it doesn't help him at all in his life. Like he cannot talk in front of girls. Like being super powerful, like psychically, he can't like give a speech in front of people. He just freezes. And he's got this big long character arc he goes on to self-improve that has nothing to do with his powers. That's how you do it. The powers don't help you.
Basically.
Yeah.
But
when he goes 100, he kills everyone.
That's why I always reference what women want, because it's not a superhero movie, but it's one of my favorite.
What?
I've seen it.
Because
I enjoy it.
Yeah, in terms of dealing with a superpower, it's one of the coolest concepts we've ever seen. Like hearing all the things that you don't want to hear, like hearing women's thoughts. As cool as the power as it might be, like that's incredible. It's so much responsibility, so much to be able to balance. You know exactly how people feel about you, like fucking looking down at you and insulting you and shit. And it would fuck with your head after a while. And actually portraying that in a realistic way is so fun. You don't get that nowadays. We get Superman where we don't. The five of us here could not tell you if this motherfucker has super hearing or not. Who knows? It's on and off. You know what I mean? Like they pick and choose which powers are actually gonna be viable.
Well, does he have X-ray vision? We don't even know that.
Yes, he does, because he used it during the kaiju fight.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he did.
I didn't want to say that because I couldn't remember.
He just watched it die.
Yeah, he just watched it blow up.
And he went, "Oh gosh, guys."
Yeah, no, darn it, you guys.
He could have just picked it up and moved it to a safer location.
I was wondering that the entire time. If you're really that concerned, why are you even fucking around? Just grab it and fly away. Yeah. And that's my problem with overpowered characters, because anyone could just think, why don't they do this? Because when you're that strong.
Well, I think so. I was thinking about your question, and the best thing I can think of is the first Matrix movie, and it's because it only happens at the end, so you don't have to see what the character does.
Yeah.
But this is what I was saying about Neo and Goku. I've said this all the time. Just make them late. It works. It's lazy as fuck, but it's one of the things that you have to do to write around overpowered characters. They can't be there at the beginning of the fight. They'll just fuck everything up.
Mm-hmm.
But you need
give them like an important character flaw as well. Like in the Superman example, He wants to save this giant creature's life, and he sees people kill it quite cruelly. If you wanted to turn him into a character with flaws, you could have had him react really negatively to that. Like he could have lost his temper, could have basically got into a fight with the Justice guy, like something that's more than just, oh shucks, guys, you could have been nicer. Anything like that would have been better. But
his altruism getting the best of him. Like he's locked in on saving something that isn't even a big issue. He wants to spare this creature, but then a kid gets killed because he wasn't focusing on that, and now everyone hates him over it when he knows he was just trying to save everyone. You can write around this. I fucking can't stand it. So many ways to do it, man. They just him punching people. It's all you got, man, in his stupid red panties. I don't know.
He doesn't even
care
do
about
much
this movie, but I
punching
thought
of people. That's like the only reason that Lex's plan with Ultraman works when he just reads off the instructions is because Superman just sort of sits there and waits for moves to hit him. So he's not even that good a fighter, even though we've been told that he's never lost a fight. So
did anyone
laugh?
Did anyone laugh when Lex is going, what a
Yes, yeah.
That was so fucking stupid.
It was that, like, you can't. How can you take this movie seriously? From the monkeys to this whole scene here to it's too meta, it's too trying to be too modern. All these things are gonna age like shit. It was such a lame concept. Just the choices he made creatively. I can't believe this is the direction you took Superman when you had such a blank slate to work with.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because Lex, right before he starts screaming 1A, says brains always beat brawn, and then he starts commanding his personal Superman to punch Superman repeatedly in the face, thus proving that he has neither brain nor brawn.
Yeah, it's so stupid, man. You've been a moron this entire film. You can't yell that out and then have your fucking bodyguard go in and do the rest.
You've got Lex Luthor saying that, and then Superman says brain breeds brawn, and then he uses a bus to fucking kill him. Stupid, man. So both of them get it wrong.
I would like James Gunn to sit down and like have to face all the contradictions in this movie and see how he answers them. I feel like he'd bullshit his way through. Yeah, he'd bullshit his way through the entire thing. Because what can you do?
It's part of the plan. It's all about enjoyment and all these empty, vacuous statements. Man, I'd love to hit him with a chair.
WWE chair shot. Yeah. Just answer me, you fuck. Like he's in the room with Rian Johnson now, like one of those directors where I want to see you in a situation where you have to answer for your crimes. Like, why did you make Luke get on his fucking knees and drink green milk, you piece of shit? Right? Like to this day, I want to know, Ryan, why'd you do it? Like, there's just a lot of questions.
Like a Nuremberg style trial.
Christ. All of them there, just locked up, man. Just questioned. I don't know, but those are when you make decisions like that, just stay in your legacy. Like Dan and Dave, Danny kind of forgot. Like in one sentence, you fucked your whole career, bro. Like completely.
It is mad. Their greed really fucked them over because they were going to get Star Wars. They were going to move on to all these other projects. But Game of Thrones, their rush to end it has destroyed their career.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they rushed to end it. They refused to give it to other people to continue it properly because they wanted to finish it themselves. Then they rushed it because they thought they were going to get the Star Wars movie, and then it bombed to fuckery, and then they didn't get the Star Wars movie. And now what are they doing? Is that Netflix, whatever it's called,
Three Body Problem, which is awful. It hasn't got. It's been cancelled. They're not doing a season 2.
Is it really already? I just assumed season 2 was coming.
No, I think they said it was coming, and then Netflix went, nah.
How low the ratings have to be for Netflix to cancel your second season?
It was so bad. It was.
Magnus Lord says, I don't know about you, but if I was a leader of a country, I would exempt any woman who gave birth to Superman's progeny. Null set the CCP in
Islam. Just Islam.
Mrs. Talk about it. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying you'd have to breed them. Like, how would you do it? Would you have a big orgy? Just Superman in the middle and hundreds of women coming at him.
You just have the women lined up with their legs open, and then just like a turkey baster. Just
he's got super speed, so he's like
he does have super speed.
But the friction could set the vaginas on fire.
You can actually have a conversation about that because like there's the self-control. He probably you could fucking like come and like kill a woman, like blow out her fucking back and shit. He probably had to go through a few of those.
The sperm could eat her like piranhas. The sperm could burrow past their vagina into her stomach and into her organs.
Krypton problems. See, these are things an edgy writer could have actually explored and had some fun. Snyder, fucking, if he had another chance.
if she's blowing him and he ejaculates, it could go out the back of her head like a shotgun.
Shotgun, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, you could actually explore these things. And this is what I mean. Anime would fuck around and give you the answers to those stupid questions, you know, and have a character that explored that. But they go soft and they go dumb. That's what drives me nuts. Like, if you're gonna have a shit movie, at least explore some interesting fantasy or sci-fi elements. The Force.
Mr. Talk About It. Light can't escape black holes, but Superman can. LOL. Also, have you watched any Royce DuPont shorts? Funniest content I've watched in years.
I haven't, but I just thought of another problem. He's strong enough to blow himself away from the black hole, yet he can't spit out the engineer's stuff in his lungs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that whole scene was awkward.
Jesus, yeah.
That scene was completely awkward.
So
of like, how did you nerf him to this degree where this goo is more powerful than Superman now? So casually. Like, what
black
is
hole?
Yeah, every just more powerful than Superman, more powerful than a black hole.
The
and
goo.
The goo.
The goo did more damage. Right. It did more damage to him than kryptonite, which is supposed to be the thing that kills him.
Exactly.
Yeah. He blows himself away, weakened. He's got kryptonite poisoning, and he blows himself away from the black hole at full strength. He can't push out the goo in his lungs.
They say he has no air in his lungs, so he can't.
What does that mean? He can blow out.
I know, it's just another thing,
Man.
just like the intuitive fucking spacecraft. Like, just throw the line in there so it's covered, you guys.
You would think he'd be spamming ice and lasers, just going crazy nuts like a strobe, but like he doesn't do anything. He just gets gagged.
On his lungs, freezing. Super breath is like ice cold. So it freeze. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, I'm losing my mind.
And that's even before you get to the part where Lex says, hey, just envelop him totally in the goo. And then 5 seconds later, no, this is the thing that will make him survive. It's the one thing we didn't want to happen. Let him go. But no, it's fine. Then the engineer just gets knocked out for no reason.
The henchman 5 seconds before goes, it doesn't matter if he tries to fly away. It's in his lungs. So there's no point covering him in goo.
I just don't even know why he was even flying away in the first place, because she wasn't even on him until the very end.
And so Ultraman is stronger. Why can't Ultraman stop him from flying down?
Exactly. Thinking about the fact that he's a clone of Superman when you're watching that scene makes none of it make any sense. Why didn't you do, like, you could have... it's so
You've
broken.
got the engineer and a stronger Superman clone. They could have just stopped him from hitting the ground.
Yeah.
Better yet, he should have just used the Superman clone to commit all the atrocities he wanted Superman to allegedly have done, and that would have solved the entire problem for him.
Frame him.
So smarter than Israel-Palestine.
Yeah. And the stupid harem plot. Just fucking frame him. And maybe if we didn't have the multiverse and all the other fucking bullshit, and it was just one stupid element to work with, the cloning, at least if they did a good like story with it, we wouldn't be complaining that much. Because working around cloning is better than working around all the other things with Lex that we have to deal with.
Well, that's the interesting part. If he just went with the clone framing from the very beginning, which is what I kind of thought they were going to try to do, then you can have a really interesting, just like singular plot line about Superman exploring his own humanity and what his purpose is on this planet, following whatever message his parents left him. You can actually do character work. You don't have to worry about the limitations or how overpowered he is against every other foe that he has. You can just have a human story. That works. We like those. And it's the best thing you can kind of do with a character like Superman.
So we like those.
No, this is true.
It's like such an obvious thing. He goes, we like
those.
He just doesn't get it.
Yeah, that's why we like Star-Lord, right? Like, it's just about one guy who's kind of a bit of an anti-hero. He struggles like we do to try and, make it in the world and just survive. and he becomes a hero, like a legitimate hero. He's no longer just a thief.
But it's like, have you seen that South Park? Have you seen that South Park episode where he's trying to talk to directors and they go, I don't get it. He goes, I know you don't get it. Move on.
I've seen South Park.
It's like where they get was it Michael Bay? He goes, how about explosions? And everyone's going, craw. He goes, that's not story. That's special effects. So what's the difference? He goes, get him out of here.
The Vex, I know exactly what you mean though when it comes to superheroes. Like my exact criteria is basically a character study with a sci-fi or fantasy element. That's it.
Yeah. That's what makes superheroes appealing in the first place. That's ultimately all they are, right? You can have your fun with it and have the crazy outer world stuff and, you know, villains and friends and whatnot. But
part of the reason it's so fun.
Yeah.
You mix character with sci-fi and fantasy and the options are endless if you have talent. But the fact that this is what they do with it, it's part of the reason we're so bitter, because we know you basically have a platform to do anything and have us take you seriously because of the concept or of just how superheroes are in general. But you produce crap and expect us to fucking praise it. And then we have to ignore the people online who fucking praise it because they fucking write their own movies when they watch it. It's so annoying, man.
It is funny when people try and use the comics as justification, and you go, if you look back at Superman's comic history, there's one comic where he tries to learn that racism is wrong by making Lois Lane black. Because Lois, there's one where Lois Lane goes in a machine. She goes in a machine, comes out black. He goes, Lois, you're just a human like anyone else.
Oh my God. They don't mention that shit.
It's like in the 50s because like they're trying to
is that like progressive then? You know?
Yeah, it was in the 50s. So like, see, she's just human like the rest of them.
Fucking Christ. That was their attempt.
That was
but that's the thing.
Back then.
You can use the comics to show that Superman is like a fucking lunatic because he did mad stuff in the 40s and 50s. But that's not the Superman. He's been developed. It's like Batman. The first Batman had a gun. He shot people. But that's just not
purple gloves.
They treat it like these comics are sacred and there's one unified version that everyone agrees is the official canon, when most comics had crazy arcs and different stories and different versions and interpretations even within comics. So why can't we just treat these as a different adaptation? Like I don't think I've ever heard a comic book argument that really made me change my opinion on something, because it's not relevant. It's totally not relevant. Since the beginning, from like for me, the beginning of superhero movies in terms of watching Marvel was Blade. Or at least with Marvel movies, DC movies go further back. But since the beginning, they've been making their own creative changes. So people should just be used to that by now.
And they work because what translates into film doesn't, you know, if it can work on paper and on film and vice versa.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Yes, yes.
I'll try and send you the cover of Lois becoming black.
Yeah, I want to see this.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Vex, I'll give you an example because since you said you didn't see it, then you wouldn't know this one. But the two examples I always give for people who were better in the adaptation than the books was John Hammond is better in Jurassic Park than he is in the books. Yes. And the main character Viserys in season 1 of the House of the Dragon is way better than he is in the books. He's just a
like almost incomparably better. Like he is just such a fat, lecherous kind of drunkard in the book, and very little character at all. Partly because of the nature of how the book is and how it's structured. It's not supposed to be like a proper in-depth story, but like that is so way much better. It's like they created a brilliant character.
Well, amazingly acted by Paddy Constantine as well. Like
I've sent Cynic.
I want to watch it right now. Say again, sir.
I've sent Cynic the Lois is black.
Let's break it out.
Oh my God.
Break it out.
But I think Lois is overcoming her racism, not Superman. No, wait. I think the second one is Superman's racist as well.
Oh nice.
Damn.
Are you sure you want to go through with this, Lois? Yes, Superman closed the body mold and switch on the power.
They give her a little half. They give her an afro.
It's important that I live as the next 24 hours as a black woman.
It's the Team America, the transmogrifier, when they just like stick like bits of stuff on his face to turn him into a Muslim.
There's more too. Hang on.
That's hilarious.
He goes, I don't look Mr. Middle Eastern. That can be changed. And he's just a bit of shitty. You can see the tan lines on his face. I like the way he goes, if you're in trouble, Gary, give us the signal. And he's just waving his arms in the air.
Then he tries it later. He's like, what's he saying? I think he's saying, kiss me, kiss me. Cocky son of a bitch.
Gary, if the terrorists find out who you are, you'll want to take your own life. He gives him a hammer.
I can't pull this up in StreamYard because it's not like a correct file. So this is the only way I can view it.
It's the best thing I can find. It says, look at me straight in the end, Superman. Yeah. Tell me the truth. Will you marry me just the way I am?
Oh my god. This is creepy as fuck. The way you quoted that reminds me of Nick Fury and the fucking
Lois, how could you ask such a question of me?
Don't answer a question with a question. Superman, I'm now black, but you're white. A simple yes or no. Will you marry me? He doesn't answer.
This is not an imaginary tale, not a fantasy, not a dream. It's today. It's now. It's the moment of truth. I am curious. Black.
What year was this published in?
I'll try.
I can't believe this is real.
You know that James Gunn will work this into one of these future films. Oh, in the comics.
Comic accurate. They're ignoring this one. It's in the comics.
Yeah, I think Dave's right.
That's what I mean. They only mention the comics when it works in the film.
1970 November.
Damn.
So it was actually after civil rights. So that's actually quite bad. That's the thing. You could make Superman unbelievably racist based on that comic and say, well, it's in the comic.
You would think they would take and at least tried some of the stories that are a little bit more edgy in the past. It seems like they're doing the same thing over and over and over again with Superman.
Well, they're not edgy. That's the problem. They have the same opinions as Amazon. They all everyone's like, oh, fucking... We love immigration. They could just go, okay, you don't have to be anti-immigration, but you can at least point out the flaws. They will never do that. Because it's safe. They're all safe edgy. They pretend to be edgy by having violence, swearing, nudity, but that's not edgy. American Dad has that on normal TV.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's fake edginess. It's just frustrating to watch when you can see the difference.
Oh, wait, super chat came in. I forgot about M8566. I'm sorry, sir. James Gunn celebrating the release of Superman, and what's this? It's Reaper with a chair.
Oh my God! God Almighty! God Almighty!
My God!
My God!
Oh, fuck.
JR is the fucking best.
We all just go into our JR impression.
Back off. Oh my God, back off. It's just unbelievably iconic, that man's voice.
The amount of old characters that are from the comics, there's one called the hemoglobin, and I think he spreads AIDS. I think that's his power.
What?
I'll try and find it. I remember there's another one called Snowflake.
Yes, Snowflame.
Snowflame. His power comes from heroin.
Yeah, no, it's cocaine. He's a cocaine.
Oh, cocaine.
Gary's favorite superhero, cocaine-powered fucking superhero. That's fucking hilarious. That's the only reason I know that, because he references him.
What?
Snowflame. A superhero gets his power from cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. Well, fucking even Hancock is edgier than some of the things they would do nowadays. Yeah. You know?
I'm right.
That's true.
It's even worse. Hemogoblin was a vampire created by white supremacists to eliminate non-whites. He did this by giving them HIV.
Oh my
Jesus Christ, is that real?
It's real. I'll say.
we need a collection of some of the edgiest moments.
Crazy.
I'll show you a picture.
Let's go.
The AIDS vampire.
Boy. There's a picture of him. We call him Hemogoblin.
Hemogoblin.
God. Oh my god. He's got a one piece on. This guy is trying to be sexy and spread AIDS at the same time.
So he, instead of fucking you, he bites you with AIDS.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I like the way Weiss
these nuts.
He's surprisingly ripped for a guy who's like walking AIDS.
He's
Yeah.
giving leg day though. Look at those fucking quads. Holy shit.
He gives you AIDS, he doesn't take it.
Oh,
He's just-
okay. He's just a carrier.
Yeah, he gives you HIV, then it turns into AIDS. He's always got HIV. It never develops.
See, if people were like the comic monsters, like if they were preaching and saying they want to see the edgier parts, like the fucking AIDS vampire be put to screen, I would be behind them then. But it just seems like they always have the shittiest arguments when it comes to comics, because there's some juicy shit in there that could make a fucking funny movie.
Oh yeah, you could put him in a TV show where the Hemogoblin is going, I'm going to give you AIDS, and he's chasing you through the streets, and then the Punisher just shoots his head off.
Quickly, we have to stop the Hemogoblin attacking the Pride Parade.
Yeah, the fact that I've never heard of this guy after all these years is just a failure in terms of like creative ideas.
Oh, they try and bury that history. They try to pretend that never happened.
But that's what I mean. People are tired of seeing the 13th million iteration of Superman. Why don't we just go and really see what these crazy comics have to offer and find like the darkest, craziest stories potentially? Because I don't know. Even when it comes to the superhero movies, the ones that take themselves seriously generally are the best ones. So I want to see if that concept applies to comics as well.
That Fantastic Four remake in 2015 took itself seriously. Oh shit!
It's Fan Four Stick.
Fan Four Stick, yeah.
Oh jeez. Well, all of them have failed and they've never been super popular. Because I just remember the '90s was mainly X-Men, Spider-Man.
I've sent you Snowflame,
Superman, Batman,
where he's taking cocaine, kind of. Well, he's holding his nose afterwards.
He says,
"Oh my god, that's perfect!
Holy shit, this is what I'm talking about. A little action, a little excitement, baby."
Snowflame,
wow.
cocaine-powered supervillain, smuggler. Yeah. Yes, we said cocaine-powered.
See, the balls back in the day. Go for it, man. He even had white hair. I love it.
Oh, Hemogoblin's my favorite.
He is fantastic.
Yeah, he's the king. I'm so happy where he exists.
Awesome.
Hemogoblin.
So would the equivalent be like there's something that bites you and it turns you like gender fluid or something like that? Would that be the modern day equivalent if we could push boundaries?
It turns you straight. Oh no! Or you just start wearing red hats.
Oh, there we go. They've got a cult following, and the cult just all wear red hats. There you go. And they turn orange as they I don't know, are indoctrinated or fed poison or whatever.
I just Googled the Hemogoblin because I wanted to learn more. And apparently there's a musician called the Hemogoblin, which Google informs me is a psytrance artist who creates music that aims to tell stories about the universe and transport listeners through time.
Oh,
he sounds too innocent to have a name like Hemogoblin.
He only knew. And I'm looking it up too. The only picture I can find is that one picture he found repair the skinny legs. What the hell?
Does he only show up in one comic? Is that why?
He must do. I only got that from the wiki, so it must just be. They did it once.
The big reveal.
Went, what the fuck is this?
Yes.
Yeah, he only shows up in one issue. Yep, 1988.
There it is. It's just too shocked they got canceled.
I like the same company that made Lois Black went, whoa, this is too much.
We gotta swing hard the other way, folks.
I have to send this though.
It must be funny. You've just been banned from Marvel and DC for being too extreme for making rapey vampire AIDS.
I mean, go for it though, man. Like, we'll be all down for it. Like the stupid like Cocaine Bear. That's fucking retarded. But I bet a bunch of people went and checked it out because of that. Any
that
cool
movie was
concept,
retarded, and I loved it.
Exactly. Like, just lean into the stupid sometimes, because you don't have to be brilliant. But if you're a creative idea, we'll be there for you. That's it. It's just they can't even get that right.
You also enjoy them actually pushing the boundaries. You go, oh, I've never seen this before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Filthy Casual says, watched Sinners. The drama was okay, but went nowhere. The horror was generic and dumb. I thought it was kind of disjointed mid-movie. Way overrated.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a missed opportunity in that movie. Huge. That's a movie I would probably go back and redo as well. That should have just been like From Dusk Till Dawn, but like with more
That's
KKK.
what I said it was. I was like, this is just Dusk Till Dawn for black people.
But it should have leaned more into the Dusk Till Dawn stuff, and then like the KKK come in to attack the black folks earlier, and then vampires come in, and then you have the blacks and the KKK teaming up, and then it's just a nonstop action movie for the second half.
That sounds like a Tarantino movie.
It's a little bit, yeah, but like that's how you should have done it, because then you can then they overcome their racial tension because they work together and they see the
then
value
you don't
in
get
each
the
other.
murder fantasy that Ryan Coogler has.
So it's worse than Dusk Till Dawn? Is that what you're saying? Did you get
dude,
it?
it's such a painfully mid movie. You still haven't seen a Jedi, have you?
No.
Brooks, have you sent it to Cynic, the picture?
No,
I'll send it
to him. Send it to him.
You want to see
the correct reaction to Hemogoblin, like how they reacted and what got him canceled. That face is perfect face. Oh god. Don't worry, it kind of ties into Sinners with the black person element. That's it.
Okay.
Waiting.
Just the face. Just that fucking face. Oh my god.
Oh, how do I fucking like things go spastic? There.
I feel like the last person to have seen Sinners.
All right.
I've sent it to you.
Got it.
Here's another look at Hemogoblin.
That's the fucking face, man. His reaction to it. Fucking his face.
He's made by white supremacists to give black people AIDS. That's his origin.
Oh my god. Now the fact that he said he came up in like one comic book pretty much confirms that. That's crazy.
So wild, man.
I'm not, for when you're mentioning Sinners, like you said, it's like worse than Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Dusk Till Dawn is at least fun, right? Like there's charm to that, and that you're entertained regardless of some of the plot and character issues.
But
with
I
Sinners,
fucking hated that twist, man. As soon as the vampire came in, I was like, "What the fuck? What happened to my thriller heist movie?"
I'm not
here.
Listen, I'm not like incomplete, but it's still fun, right? You can have fun with it. Sinners just goes absolutely nowhere, and it introduces like a bunch of elements that never have any payoff. So like, black people apparently have the ability to like influence time and space if they're so musically gifted, and that's something that's really only touched on in the opening of the film and then at the very end of the film, so that they don't have to kill one of the characters, which wasn't even really a main character for 90% of the movie. It doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, it doesn't go. The villain is interesting. Like there's some substance there, but the villain shows up way too late. He doesn't have enough screen time. He's not even that scary. The vampires are all just really retarded on top of that.
Weird that it felt like a third act only vampire movie.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a horror movie.
For the third act, huh?
Yeah, and he dies really quickly too.
Yeah, the whole vampire situation is taken care of pretty fast, honestly.
Yeah.
Did they set it up correctly at least, or did they literally just drop it on you that there's something vampire?
They just dropped it on you. There was no setup.
There's setup. There's
there?
fucking
There's no setup. There was no setup.
Setup, dude. There's an entire subplot that fucking happens. For God's sake.
Go. How was it? How was the vampire setup? Hold on. Go.
What the fuck are you talking about? The setup with the lead vampire alone, because you find him, he's being hunted by the Native Americans, and he winds up at the house. I'm
don't
giving
consider
it away.
that a setup. Yeah, I don't consider
How
that.
The fuck is that not a setup?
Because they don't.
If you're following the fucking vampire, and that's when you discover he's a vampire before he engages with the lead characters, how the fuck is that not setting up?
Okay, they introduce that there's a vampire in this general area, but they don't really do anything with the other elements that help set up why he should be terrifying, why he should be on the run, why he's an even interesting or scary villain whatsoever. It's just, oh, there's a vampire here. I kind of was bummed out that those Native American vampire hunters didn't show up again, because that was a really cool element that we never see.
Yeah, I agree that it sucked it was dropped, but to say it wasn't present is a lie.
Okay, so then let me rephrase this then. It was very, very, very poor setup.
Okay.
Sure.
There we go. We can compromise on that. Because very poor setup is better than what I remember in Dusk Till Dawn, where I'm just like, what? What do you mean this is a vampire movie? What the fuck is going on? And Midnight Mass did the same thing, where suddenly it's a vampire story. Like, come on! I was enjoying the drama here, and like, you ruined this for me. And vampires are like my favorite movie monster, but they keep shoving them into places they don't need to be, or doing Twilight bullshit, or putting them on boats or whatever. Like,
yeah, he's not a very there's some like horror element to him, because like he's definitely more terrifying than Twilight vampires are pretty terrifying when you think about it. But like there's just like a whole white savior narrative attached to him, which also just kind of diminishes why I should be really scared of this. There's one fight scene and it doesn't really go anywhere. It's showed in all of the trailers. It ends almost as soon as it starts. It's kind of retarded because one woman goes into the fight and she sets herself on fire.
Oh my god! That's so fucking hilarious, dude. That was so funny. It's not supposed to be funny,
but it's pretty funny.
But it's I laughed. I don't know. Every time I see that now, I'm fucking like, I'm numb to seeing people catch on fire ever since I saw that retard catch himself on fire that was yelling "Free Palestine." Like anyone was going to remember. Well, I remember. And every time I think of you, Sarah, now I'm just desensitized to people.
I'll send you another picture. Why do you think it was so popular then? Oh, sorry, Edgar.
I was saying, I've sent Cynic another picture. This guy's called Egg Foo. And
you're just going through the rabbit hole trying to track them all down.
Oh my, this isn't racist at all.
He's called Egg Foo.
What does he do?
he does all things through eggs.
There's a few like, I'm looking for better pictures, but there's something called like the asbestos lady was a hero.
Egg. I need all these people to be in a fucking movie like the Avengers. Just fucking.
There's another one.
Goblin, Egg Foo.
Fuck, man.
I'm trying to make out. Was it even said at the top of there at this very moment on the enemy island of Golong?
Oolong.
Most shrouded Pacific, the most baleful brain that had ever been steeped in oriental cunning for the sole purpose of annihilating the free world. That's its master stroke, and it's just an egg.
Hail to thee, magnificent Egg Foo. That's what it said.
Did they write this racist? The foolish Americans. No.
The instant any of the pilot attempt to take photographs.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yes, they did. Photographs.
They might just as well bless the tiger against.
Oh my fucking god! That's the most
Wait,
racist
let me read it how they wrote it then.
Yes, tried with a Chinese accent.
The foolish Americans do not know that the instant any of their pilots attempt to take the photographs of our installations, they might just as well press a trigger I'm sounding Indian.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They wrote it more. Yeah, because there's L's in here.
Against that on brains.
That's like, I'm so happy that exists. The fact that we went through cancel culture and all this bullshit. Like, just go back to the comics, find some of the most racist shit you ever find in your life.
This is
and like,
crazy.
This is hilarious. This is hilarious. Something to get mad over. Like, I want to say this to my Asian friend right now, like immediately.
Yeah, these are the Easter eggs, no pun intended, that I would like to see in a James Gunn Superman movie.
Yeah.
This would be funny.
The magnificent egg foo for devising such a diabolical weapon, which turns American pilots into their own executioners.
We're using kamikaze against them.
This is wow.
Does he like fart MSG onto them as well? Like, what are his powers?
He sells you really cheap shit products that play off the use.
His character is also known as Yellow Peril.
Oh my god, man.
Oh, there's some great photos of him actually. If you type it into Google.
He's Egg Foo. There's Egg Foo the 5th because 4 of them have died.
Egg Foo the 5th.
It was such a good idea. We tried it another 4 times.
Then he's come back as Shang Tzu, which is just fucking. And then now he's known as Eggy in the New 52.
Eggy.
Oh my god, it's my fucking
He's
cat.
an egg-headed scientist. I've sent you another one.
All right.
This one's not like as racist. It's just kind of silly.
It's hard to top Egg Foo.
Oh, check this one
The
out.
magnificent Egg Foo.
Apparently,
yes,
Egg
potato
Foo
game.
made a cameo in Creature Commandos. So
Oh, I didn't watch
He
that.
won't be Asian.
Creature Commandos. Well, I don't even know what the hell that is. There's just so many obscure properties.
I know.
What in the
What is
fuck?
this?
What?
His name is Codpiece.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
Nice. I love the purple bubbles in the
Nice.
background. You notice the girls in the background running away from his dick? You can see them.
I like the way he's tuning his chest like he can make it more powerful.
That's perfect detail. You need to like have someone like Photoshop all these together. These heroes need to be all together in one, man.
You
fact
will
that
get
there's so many of
pregnant in
these.
one blast.
But it's just a testament to their creativity and the balls they had back then to make these stupid ideas come to life. You know, it's respectable, as ridiculous as it is.
no, I agree with you. I agree.
No
No
boundaries
barriers on
then.
creativity.
Yes, that's how it should be. Now everyone's terrified. It's just sequels,
Guardrails on that
remakes.
shit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sequels, remakes, and like the Million Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you gave me Egg Foo, I would make the most racist episode you could ever
Do
see.
it. I don't know.
I would give him the 2 buck teeth and everything.
Did they do any edgy jokes? And if anyone saw Shang-Chi in terms of just like Asian culture or
No.
anything?
Absolutely not.
Anything? They won't
No,
cross
it was
any-
Not that I
basically-
recall.
Asian Wakanda, and like he rides an actual dragon. What's her name? Aquafina picks up a bow, and then she's amazing at it in
God,
one
she's
day.
so fucking annoying. I hate that actress so much.
She's not talented. She's not particularly attractive.
Trash.
She's got a mouth that can probably swallow you in one go. Like she must give terrible BJs. She probably sucks in your balls as well.
doesn't fit the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole your dick and balls going in there like a Hoover, going like
After
that.
thigh.
That would explain why her voice is the way it is, though. when
Yeah,
you
it's
think
really
about it.
irritating.
My introduction to her was the fucking Little Mermaid movie, and I'd heard so many people do the impression of it before seeing the movie. It was like, oh my god, this is what they were all talking about. What the fuck? This is such a weird. Why would they do this?
Anyone see this week?
Yeah, saw it. Unsurprising.
I was pretty excited when I saw this.
Go
Because,
on.
Things are still viable.
Colbert has been, just like a propaganda machine.
I never found him funny. Never saw the appeal of his late show.
I thought he was funny
Never.
when he was on the Colbert Report.
Okay.
That was
Oh yeah, I'd seen some good clips of that like 10 years ago. Yeah.
Well, he
same. Haterator. I'm right there with you. Movie Cynic, Haterator. Yeah, we should be friends.
They all do the Jon Stewart thing, which is to point at a normal thing and go, "Isn't that stupid?" It's like, not really, no. That was just it. They don't really have any jokes or commentary. They go, "This guy wants to like cut down immigration, huh?" And that's it.
Basic shit.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Yeah, it was losing $40 million a year.
Wow.
It's because of all the regulations they have surrounding shit like this, because, podcasts have shoestring budgets and make way more money and get listened to by more people, the bigger ones anyway, that compete with this type of shit. And this has an extraordinary budget. And it's just a fucking talk show.
It's just not viable. We've grown past this as a society. Like, I can't believe these things are still I can't believe it's still a thing. Like,
it's less interesting than a talk show, right? As well, because that's part of the problem, is that if it was like a talk show that actually was willing to have interesting conversations, there's still a market for those, because Joe Rogan proves that. But what Colbert seems to have turned his thing into is this, which is just, hey, what is government line today? Here is skit of government line. Here's politician to affirm it. Goodbye. No one wants to watch that shit. Why would anyone want to watch that shit?
Yeah, the entire point of YouTube is you're just getting like, the one-on-one genuine aspect, real takes. Like, this is so manufactured and corporate. It's just not going to be appealing to most people nowadays.
Who do you think's the worst one? I think's that fat cunt, Jeremy Corbyn. Not Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy Corbyn.
The Jeremy Corbyn talk show host.
I don't watch any of them.
The James Corden one, he's so unbearable. Like, nobody in England liked him, so now he's gone to America, and it's like, it's like we've infected the nation with just a horrible disease. They're all identical. Each show's the same.
Well, that's the thing, because they're not edgy anymore. They don't like pushing boundaries, which is sort of what late night talk shows were supposed to do. Like, that's why they were popular to begin with. I think there wasn't there an episode of like Jon Stewart went on Colbert's show and like actually made a joke of the obvious fact that maybe the Wuhan Institute of Virology is a good place to look for the origin of the Wuhan virus. And Colbert's like, "Oh, when did you start working for Ron Johnson?" So that's not how is that you're supposed to be good at this? I keep being told that you are, but that you've been beaten by a joke and that's your job, which is quite disappointing.
It's alarming.
This is, you had one job, dude. That's it. It's a sad situation.
I think John Oliver's the worst out of all these people, though.
Yeah,
I hope
John Oliver.
Yeah.
Well, hasn't he sort of transformed a lot of these other ones? Like, a lot of them now try and do what he does, which is part of the reason they fail, which is like, because it's not really comedy, is it? It's kind of like, it's applause comedy. You want the clapter as opposed to the laughter. And what it really is a bunch of quite poorly researched mainstream talking points that are presented with this kind of, only the silly chuds don't know this. I think but you're wrong about everything, and it's not funny.
It's got to be rooted in some type of logic if you want people to laugh, That's the big part about jokes, But if you're just talking absolute nonsense and just having a production value this high for something this disingenuous and this in 2025 is just not possible.
Like $40 million loss is quite.
That's crazy.
That's WNBA money.
See
those fucking clowns wearing shirts saying they're gonna sit out if they don't get what they deserve.
Colbert will come out on TV and he'll be wearing a shirt saying "Pay me what I'm worth," like they did. Just like how fucking embarrassing.
God, so crazy.
I've sent you another terrible villain. This one's less lazy. It's much lazy. It's not like horrendous. It's like, this is the shittest, laziest.
Sucks.
What's his name? Bad guy? Like just folded
almost.
In.
It's basically that bad.
The wall. No one.
He's just a brick wall.
No one is safe from the wall.
See, now this is a modern day superhero. We can make a lot of use of this guy. The wall is the enemy of immigrants everywhere, and he goes around like beating them up.
He's in a baseball stadium. I don't know why he's in a baseball stadium attacking the umpire.
Christ.
Like,
I'm reading that line in. Do you remember Jim Carrey in Liar Liar when he does the claw?
Yeah,
No one can stop the wall.
Yeah.
That's
Dude, you
fucking-
remember the fucking super shitty boyfriend? I forget his name. It's played by the guy that was in Princess Bride.
Oh, Carrie Eels?
Elwes?
Yeah, I can't ever say his last
I
name.
can't
Yeah.
either. I always get it wrong. You're scared of the claw. Yeah.
The claw.
Yeah, you're scared of the claw. That kid's like, get the fuck away from me.
Oh, Elway apparently is how it's pronounced.
Elway. Oh.
Elway. Yeah, never would have guessed that.
Huh.
Would have
There's
taken
a
the wall over MODOK. I'll tell you that.
well, there's just one villain is just a guy on a stage called Humdinger, and all he does is kind of sing, and that's it.
That's kind of adorable, actually.
No, but like he looks like a guy in the office. He's balding and got a mustache, and like he's a Spider-Man villain. He just goes like that.
Which villains do you think they've done the best? Like, let's say the MCU, like top 2 or 3.
Thanos.
I think he's the easy pick for number 1.
Yep.
It gets more complex.
Loki was for a while, but he's fluctuated so
him.
much. They've gone through too many
Loki,
iterations.
look at the show. Unfortunately, he's kind of fucked if you treat it that way.
Yeah, he was good in the first film. Like Loki was pretty great, man. Remember that
great in
scene?
Avengers.
Yeah, and then a good follow up in Avengers.
I liked Red Skull in Captain America. Was he pretty comic accurate?
He looked the part,
Didn't
but
get
his
enough
character
of
was
them.
just I'm
It's
evil.
too fast. Yeah, it was too quick.
He's mustache twirling, like he's just one of those. They didn't really do much with him.
He was a simple villain. I guess I like the casting more than maybe that's what stands out for me.
I just thought I really am still impressed with what they pulled off with No Way Home because of the fact that this version of Spider-Man didn't have a Green Goblin, and who better than the Willem Dafoe Goblin? And how do you do that? Well, they figured out a way to do it. Like they really did the multiverse.
That's how you use it. If you're
that's how you do it, baby. Yeah, like that's what you do.
I don't even like No Way Home, and I completely agree with that because Willem Dafoe, if you're gonna get him in a way that makes sense at all, that just works. He's so
right.
awesome.
So Tom Holland's Spider-Man has his Green Goblin, and it's the one you want too. You know,
I would put Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin maybe second to Thanos for Marvel villains.
Yeah,
if I can think right now.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. So you had that back to back. So we actually forget in like early 2022, like the MCU was still in a good place because Spider-Man had just come out. So everyone's like still kind of hyped. And then Doctor Strange and Thor 4 back to back just like sunk all of it. And then you had She-Hulk and then Black Panther 2.
Oh, yeah,
like, holy fuck, this sucks now.
People weren't willing to really admit it in the multiverse part. Like they're kind of in denial, but like they knew deep inside this was shit. Thor: Love and Thunder was when the mask came off, when we are just like, okay, like this is fucking terrible. And then it just went nuts with Ant-Man and She-Hulk and everything else.
Oh, and so bad for like 2 years
have been
straight.
Beaten down, completely beaten down. Anyone who's still defending the MCU that says it's as good as it was like from the beginning, you're just crazy
talk. Yeah,
you're nuts.
Crazy talk. Mayor Humdinger.
Has DC done any good villains? I'm blanking for some reason.
Yeah.
Other than Joker and like
I was gonna say Joker.
Yeah, because I'm blanking because the obvious ones are too obvious, and I can't think of the other ones.
Mr. Freeze.
Everybody.
I think of Michael Shannon getting praise for Man of Steel, and I just think he is. I love him, and I think he is so fucking cringe, though.
I will find them.
I will find him.
He's just yelling. He's just screaming.
Yeah, he is.
He's terrible. I wouldn't mention him.
He's so bad.
Yeah, Joker's like it can't even. Joker and Thanos should almost be removed from these conversations.
Well, when I say Joker, obviously I mean Leto.
I mean, no, but like Joaquin Phoenix, one got raped, didn't he?
Yeah,
he's done.
That's so
He wasn't even
crazy.
a villain. They painted him as an anti-hero, to be fair, in those 2 movies. So
You have got to hate your character to have him fucking raped.
Have you seen Cynic? I sent you another one. This one's kind of just. It's not really problematic. It just shows how horrible, like modern.
Oh my god!
What do we got? Oh Jesus Christ!
She's
Bertha.
Big Bertha.
Bertha.
She vomits herself thin.
What?
Oh.
That's not really a superhero. That's starvation.
So she's anorexic. That's her power. Like,
Basically.
you're destined to be a fat fuck if your name is Bertha. Like, just doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you know, beyond genes.
That is a
name
fat
transcends
person
genes.
name.
Yeah.
Well, I'll show you the panel where she transitions.
Wait, it's Big Bertha too. Big is on the
Oh
ground.
my god! It's just a quick funny story. When I was in welding school, there was a hammer that we would use to break off parts when we were working on them, and we called it Big Bertha. So that's the last time I heard that name reference. That's so funny.
Sick, that's how her powers work. I've said the other one. It's so.
Oh
shit.
man. Wasn't there a dude in The Boys who had a giant Mr. Fantastic dick? He wrapped it around and he choked one of the characters. I think I remember that in one scene.
Giant Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, he can like stretch. Yeah, stretch his fucking dong and strangle you with it.
Basically, that's how she loses her weight.
Oh, and she gets comes
Oh
out
my
sexy. That's kind
God.
of cool.
That's crazy.
All right.
Does she
ready
then
to
have to
flip
eat herself back to her original size? Or
I
does she
assume
just stay
so,
like
yeah.
that forever?
So she has to spend 9 months just eating KFC till she can get big enough to fight.
She's on vacation. She just pukes it all out. That's fucking messed up.
This was the final
this poor
slide we
kid.
had.
This poor kid.
Echo said, "Congrats to MSNBC host Rachel Maddow on her casting as Harry Potter."
you know what? I'm with you, Jedi. Like, it's just a kid, but also they could have picked a kid that didn't look like a West Coast lesbian. Just saying.
Like an owl. Like I don't know. I hope he's got thick skin because welcome to Earth. It's rough, man.
Yeah, welcome to Earth,
people
dude.
are
You wanted
generally
this.
fine. Like, no one's gonna bully the kids too much. People didn't bully the original kids, and they couldn't act for fuck. So, like, I think they'll probably be fine.
True.
They
It's
were
just
bad, man. Daniel
they
Radcliffe.
really were, and because they put them against such really good adult actors, it just made the effect worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with those ones, but I've heard it mentioned many times. Of the kid actors in Game of Thrones were generally elevated by the adult actors, where the Harry Potter's ones clashed, and it's a big issue. Like, you can't fucking have such talent in the room and then have children that have no idea what they're doing.
Had
But
you,
yeah, this kid looks like a lesbian. You're not wrong.
has anyone seen the casting? Like Nick Frost as Hagrid?
Yeah,
do
the
you have
wig
any other
doesn't look very good.
You have any of the
He looks
pictures of the
kinda
other
cheap.
casting? People have talked so much about Black Snape that I don't even know what anyone else looks like.
Let me check. I just don't know do you reckon he'll do an Alan Rickman impression? Or do you think he's just gonna avoid it completely, Snape?
I hope they avoid it.
I hope he
make the
goes right. He
character
goes,
your own.
he's doing
But then
all
it's
that.
hard to do that because the whole pitch was that we can do the books more accurately this way. But Alan Rickman did a pretty book accurate depiction of Snape. So, like, without breaking the accuracy, how do you markedly do a different thing than Alan Rickman did?
Good point.
Isn't like John Lithgow like 80? And he's
Somewhere.
Yes,
He's
9
old, yeah.
years of Dumbledore.
he's so talented though. As long as he's still got his faculties, I'm down for him for anything.
Yeah, but the one he goes crazy. He's just running around with his
Oh my
pants
God.
out, going, "Oh."
Do you guys remember Mog, the most pussy
Yeah.
man like of all
Yeah.
time? Like, just the biggest.
He's on the thumbnail of my Acolyte video.
Mog. I called him Mog the Magnificent. That was my nickname for him.
He's so good.
He's such a fucking loser.
He popped up in
God.
the How to Train Your Dragon remake. He played a side character in that, and I thought,
Again?
I'm sure I recognize how like that's massive deficiency of all iron. I've seen you somewhere
All
before. Oh, it's Mark.
Void
I
of
remember
masculinity
you.
of any kind.
Pie Guy asks, each of you, if you were a supervillain, what would your powers be and how would you take over the world? Which superhero is your nemesis?
Well,
you
you
want
asking
one
what's our
who beats
favorite
beasts?
power, or how do we want to take over the world? Like, that's a tricky one.
I've actually thought about this.
I
the
know you
first
have your
time.
nerd.
Extensively.
I'd be disappointed if everyone on this panel hasn't thought about this at least once with all the media.
If I were a villain, my superpower would be being able to trap you within your worst fear, either physically or mentally.
Some blind manor shit.
So it's a void.
Yeah, Jesus.
Pretty much. And then I can just control you that way. Like if everyone is living in complete fear, it makes it that much easier for me to take over the world.
Damn. I would I'm boring. I would fly. And
You're a villain. You're a villain.
Take over the world by what? Seeing it from high.
I wouldn't be taking over the world. I just want to fly around.
But you're a villain.
You can't.
If I was a super villain,
I'm going to go and menace air traffic control worldwide.
No, I'm chill. I kill though.
You kill who? Like a bird? You're just going to pick people up and drop them.
What if I find my nemesis is Batman, and I kill?
But you can fly. He's not even a worthy adversary because he's ground bound.
That's why I picked him.
He just keeps shooting his grappling hook at you.
Because I'm going to fucking kill him and then just go enjoy flying.
No, but you can't drop him. Because if you drop him, his cage steps out and he can glide.
You know how Joker's had like a million opportunities to kill Batman, but just decided not to because he likes fucking with Batman?
Too much fun.
I'm not doing that.
That's your plan. Just drop him in a fucking volcano.
I'm just going to pick him up and drop him.
Without copying powers from comic book stuff or anime or whatnot, it would just be some extensive variation of psychic abilities. So telekinesis, telepathy, mind control, like a big range of psychic powers, and just using them.
You can't have all the powers.
Yes, I can.
Have one very niche power that's going to apply to everything.
I wouldn't let Batman know I'm coming.
It would have to be some insanely overpowered telekinesis.
Like every villain,
it's gonna be at like 10 in the morning when he is sleeping for sure after a long night. I'm just gonna fucking fly in and scoop him out of bed, drop his ass.
But you're not endurable. You're gonna fly into double glazed windows and cut yourself into ribbons.
Nah.
Batman, you're just gonna fly in.
Well, part of my powers is that my wings protect me or whatever.
You're gonna stumble into his grandfather.
I got mutant wings.
Oh, you're one of those gay wing people? You don't want to fly like Superman or Neo? Like, oh, geez, you're
actually,
a winger.
No,
right?
Neo would be cooler because he's got like the priest cape.
How are you going to walk around the house with those wings?
Can you imagine losing a wing and you can't fly anymore? You're just a fucking loser.
Yeah. I'd be a one-winged loser.
Fucking misformed demon wretch. You can't even fly.
I look like that kid at the beginning of X-Men United.
You just have back pain and you're all fucking misaligned.
Yeah, I just look like a fucking like a deformed freak.
Yeah, you'd have fucking a screwed up spine. Yeah,
weird
losing a wing would screw up your whole life. You'd go from being like the most overpowered motherfucker on the planet to like just embarrassment. Hunchback.
I was thinking invisibility, but then you might get locked in somewhere.
So I mean,
yeah, that would be.
How are these villain superpowers?
See, me and Vex are actually taking over the world. You guys are
dude, I'm selfish about it. I just
got
one.
My supervillain power is that like my voice is incredibly persuasive, and every time I say something, everyone says, "Oh, that's a really good idea."
Jedi
and then, like, basically, I'm a politician. And what happens is that, Batman, while Cynic is flying into his window, desperately trying to get in and falling off the side of the building comically, I'm sitting there saying to people, hey, you know what would be a really good idea? 100% wealth tax. And everyone says, yeah, let's do that. And then Batman goes bankrupt and flees the city and I win.
So you open the window to let Cynic in as a celebration.
Just go, Batman, you should open the window. There's a man outside who wants to get in.
Help me kill him.
Like I was thinking invisibility, but I can't get into places without a lock. Like I can't kick down a door.
Just locked out. Nobody can see you. Who cares?
And then no one's gonna let me in because they can't see me. I'd perv on girls, maybe. That's the only power it's got. I mean, that's basically it. You just be a filthy pervert.
I think that is like the most perverted scene ever because it's like one of the scenes where like you have to ask yourself, what would you do with that power? Would you really like, are you going to keep your morals intact? And Hollow Man legit goes and rapes the girl the same night because no one can.
The
see
Kevin
it.
Bacon one.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon
Yep.
one. I love that movie. It's just that is a
Kevin
movie
Bacon
that is
would
so much
do
fun.
that. I feel like.
Yes. And the character he portrays is the character I would believe that would be that egotistical to like the power that he has in that moment.
Doesn't Kevin Bacon look like he'd do that though? For real?
Yeah.
Not even the character, just Kevin Bacon.
Just Kevin Bacon.
Just Bacon. No, I love that movie. That's one of the more underrated sci-fi movies.
Well,
just
at
exploring
least
cool
he's
ideas.
a fucking nutcase in it. That's what makes it good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Agreed.
The problem is, if you can't be invisible in the snow because you're bollock naked, so you're going to go out invisible with no clothes on in the Canadian winter.
Oh, no, you're not doing that here. I'm not here, bro.
So you can only really be invisible during the summer months.
Didn't they make a joke about that in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Because there's the what's the guy Skinner who's invisible, and I'm sure he complains in the snow that he gets really cold.
Your dick would fall off.
But this is what I mean. I like at least approaching the concept realistically. Like what questions and what things do we need to explore? I like it. It's fun. Like Hollow Man, they went through the issues. What happens if you're trapped like this? He had to make the silicone mask and for his hands and face so you can actually see him. And all the little things he did to escape. And yeah, it's I don't know if all the science was legit, but they put the effort in to make it all believable.
Well, yeah, like he wakes up and he can't blink because he can see through his eyelids.
Yes, little shit like that, like details like that make it so much more immersive.
And then he rapes someone.
You go from violence to rape. Okay, you skipped 40 minutes of the film, but yeah.
Bad night sleep. And then he just go, but then at the end of it, he becomes like superhuman. He gets electrocuted. He's going, ah.
No, honestly, recommendation for the chat. Hollow Man is a really fun sci-fi movie. Just if you just want to watch some goofy shit. No, not even
I
goofy.
think,
Goofy. It's just horror. Just fun.
Isn't Rona Mitra full frontal in that movie as well? Like,
There's tits in the movie. You definitely get tits in that movie. He's one of the first things he does is like unbuckle this girl's thing when she's sleeping and try to reach for a tit. And like just disappear because she'll never know. And then she sees one button. It's like, what the fuck? She checks the footage and he switches it so they still think he's in there. He's such a prick. He's fun.
He's a jerk.
Oh shit. Oh fucking hell! I just referenced him in my video. Just did. When you have an egomaniac character, you need to portray them consistently. Him, Tyrion, like there's like if you're someone who's brilliant and you need to show that side of them, you know, so you can justify the attitude and ego they have because of it. Hollow Man's scientist is a good example, but then you have people like Riri, who's just a fucking asshole, idiot, moron. But we're supposed to believe he's a genius. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. But yeah, stupid Ironheart.
She makes an Iron Man suit out of a car, and it's like, what? That's not bulletproof,
man. That's the one thing, like continuity wise, that just annoyed me. Of like, if you watch it makes Iron Man make no sense in terms of the resources, and like you can just take a car and make an iron suit. Like, what are you doing? Like, she looks like she could fuck up Rhodey when he had something made from Tony Stark.
Have you heard that news of the guy who got strangled to death with an MRI machine because he had 20 pounds of chain around his neck for some reason and a padlock? He had 20 pounds worth of like necklace chain and a padlock, and he walked into the MRI room and it fucking choked him to death.
What the fuck?
Wow.
But why? It was 20 pounds in weight, the chain around his neck.
Why would they even allow him in the room with that? That's
why would you carry that much metal?
I'm retarded, man. Oh no, go ahead.
Okay, he must have the same neck as a horse.
These fucking bizarre deaths, man. You always seem to mention one almost every stream. Just a random death.
We all need hobbies. Okay, let's talk about Epstein.
Yeah, what is
Man?
2 hours in, now we can get to the real details.
Was Invisible Man like a remake of that same thing, or is it based off something else? If you guys remember that movie.
I don't know. Oh, The Invisible Man was a guy who spent $3 billion just to hit his wife. I'm not joking. That's when you could hit her for far less. he builds this prototype suit with it projects, like it bends light around him, and then he uses it just to hit his wife.
That's honestly like all I remember. That's all I remember about the movie. Oddly enough,
that's the best summary of Invisible Man I've ever heard.
If it's a shit version of Hollow Man, like it's so crap.
Like Hollow Man, the guy's a fucking nutcase. This one, he just keeps. Oh, there's so much. You could just hit her with your fist. It's fine. Like he's a billionaire. His wife is mid. I'm not joking. His wife ain't worth hitting.
Fucking goblin. She looks like an ugly Florence Pugh. Like that's the first thing that comes to mind when I see her.
Like it's not like key in your car. If you smack your wife, she's not going to get any more damaged. She's already kind of. She looks like she's been well used. And he at the very beginning of the movie, she has to do this like great escape from his house because he's got guard dogs and he's got a wired fence, and he just won't let his wife leave without hitting her. I'm not joking.
You've not made me want to rewatch it.
It's like she's trying to escape from it's like the Great Escape, but just from one guy.
I just want to rewatch this now with your commentary.
And then like there's one bit where he's choking her and her legs are dangling, and it looks like she does the moonwalk.
Yep.
It's such a shit movie.
I remember a lot of awkward moments with the invisibility, and I was like, man, Hollow Man did this better like 20 years ago. What are you doing?
Well, yeah, she throws blood all over the place to try and find him.
Yeah.
That was such a good scene of Hollow Man.
Yes! Jesus. Not to interrupt this trailer, but like, what do you do if there's someone in a room trying to kill you who's invisible? Use your fucking brain and throw blood on the floor and have a fire extinguisher so you can actually try to track his movement. Just people using their brain is what I love about Hollow Man, and it's just such an underrated sci-fi movie.
But a guy spending $3 billion to hit his wife is
better than that. So basically, there's a great one, Hollow Man, and a shit one, The Invisible Man. So avoid that one. But like Vex, you're a big Predator girl. How would you summarize the state of the franchise before Badlands?
Absolute shit. I'm everything that Dan Trachtenberg has put out there in this franchise literally stems from like 2 fractions of a scene at the end of Predator 2. He has no ideas except for that, even though we've gotten like 4 omnibuses worth of Predator comics to draw some sort of inspiration from. I really want to know what people were thinking when they put this guy in charge of it, because none of his ideas are particularly interesting. I don't know if anyone else watched Killer of Killers.
No,
it was not very good.
It was terrible. Not very good is generous.
I can play this without getting pulled down.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm asking, I guess.
I think you can. I think it's just like you probably won't be able to monetize it
That's
after the
fine.
fact, but I think you can
I'll
play
just
it.
cut it
We'll
out.
probably need
That's part of the reason I said save it for the end, where like if it is a risk, you can possibly just cut off that part, or it's not a big deal. It's not this big interrupt.
Yeah. Well,
good way to
shall I click play
if we
then?
do suddenly just disappear from YouTube, obviously then we'll know that actually the stream was pulled down because we couldn't do it. But
should we transform though, like pause and talk, or
sure?
That's usually the case.
Yeah, that's probably an idea.
Well, we'll have a lot to say.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I already have a lot to say. Who's this chick? What's going on here?
Well,
wait.
Why is she out of breath if she's an android?
Yeah,
she's a woman android. That's why nothing women make sense. Do make sense. So there you go.
Hold on. One sec. The Weyland-Yutani Corporation is from Aliens, but I don't ever remember seeing them referenced in a Predator film. Is this the first?
They're in AVP, right?
But that doesn't really
AVP
count. That one's like both.
Yeah, the AVP movies are not canon to either universe, so this would be the first official Predator movie to make the Alien universe canon.
Yeah, because that looked like an alien scene. That looked like something I'd see from like Prometheus or Covenant, which is I hope that's not what their inspiration is.
So this is your first hunt. and you've come to the most dangerous planet in the universe.
You're fucking. What? Hold on a second. Why does he look so fucking stupid and dumb? And
He's
like,
black.
Why?
That's why.
Wait, this is your first time seeing this Predator? Because it looks fucking dumb and stupid. Everyone
I've seen pictures of it, but I haven't seen him actually moving around like a doofus.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro? It's
Even
so dumb. Put your mask on.
who have no like they aren't critical about movies at all. They were questioning why the fuck they were like, what's with the dreads?
He looks so stupid. You took one of the
He's
coolest
black.
movie monsters ever, and you made this. He looks retarded.
I
don't
look
know
too
what-
human.
Eh? What did you say,
Huh?
Platoon?
I said it looks too human.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
part
It
of the
does.
problem. Like all the movements are human, the mannerisms are human, the expressions are retarded human, and they seem to have missed the
Predator-
point that the Predator is not human.
The Predator's body language, they didn't go out of their way to like really distinguish it, but it was clearly non-human. Just a lot of it's the way it carried itself, and especially the setup of having the mask for the vast majority of the movie, and also the stealth. You're just showing us right off the bat, like the original fucking Predator. He doesn't show up for like 30 minutes or some shit. This is so lame. This is not what Predator is supposed to be. I'm not even like the person who's gonna have the diehard lore. Like I don't know anything about the comics, but I really love this creature, and this is what we're doing. Just another waste. Oh my god! What? Just give him a blowjob? What the fuck was that?
She saved him. She's a girl boss, man. Like she's the savior of this male alien.
Is that a him? Because that looks like a Link, femboy level Predator.
It's referred to as a guy later on in this trailer, and usually, if we go into the Predator lore, it's generally a male that goes out on their first hunting trip to prove themselves. So.
How about the twist is that she's the predator and he's prey? She's going to molest him.
Oh, jeez, maybe.
My twist was that it's actually like an androgynous one, and they'll end up scissoring by the end of the film instead.
He
The
doesn't have a
fact that
cock
this is what
either.
we're discussing instead of actual tension and like you know what I mean, and proper Predator lore.
Well, there's sexual tension. There you go, because she's a very humanized robot, and she is gender confused, and they go on this long journey together.
No, Vex, don't do this to me. Fucking the fact that we got introduced to our new Superman. We got introduced to our new Superman with him getting his ass whooped and saved by a dog in a fight we didn't even see. And now we're getting introduced to our new Predator with him getting fucking beaten up by a pterodactyl and getting saved and sucked off by some android. Like it's all so stupid, man. And
why are the aliens just dinosaurs? They're just Earth dinosaurs, even though it's not Earth.
It's explained in the trailer very briefly in one shot.
No way.
Okay.
What do they got?
You're after a creature that can't be killed. The definitive apex predator.
Oh, it's
I
the
could help you.
dinosaur from Jurassic World.
Well, good luck with your journey.
Why are we doing comedy?
What the fuck?
Why are we doing comedy? This is not the tone for Predator. What is this?
That's not the tone for just an android usually from Weyland-Yutani period.
Bro, she's cut in half, and I still forgot she was an android because she's acting so human. Fucking Valley
Yeah.
Girl. Where's the Ash Bishop inspiration? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, that was
Here, you're not the predator.
There you go. There's the explanation.
You're the prey.
No, bro. No, some things you just gotta like. Do you really want to know how Hannibal Lecter started killing people? Why? No, you don't. Do you really want to know how a predator speaks? Fucking no.
Oh my
I think
god!
what's stranger is that apparently they've interacted enough that she can understand his language, which is a little bit strange.
Oh
so
my
you have
god!
to talk to her when she couldn't understand them.
Yeah.
So he's just going to be
think-
gossiping to it, going, "My name's Clive. I go shopping every week," and then she
my God.
translates it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Chat.
sweating. I'm still recovering from that. Like that,
That
was
was
fucking
awful.
terrible.
Why can't he just wear a mask?
That's the first thing I said. Is put your fucking mask on and stop doing capoeira. Like, what are you doing? Just so embarrassing.
Yeah.
He needs an identity that is his own, and his reddish face and dreads are his unique
He's literal redskin.
identity.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
speak the, like they're imitating English language. They're, it sounds ridiculous. So,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to. In this, it sounds ridiculous, and it's not supposed to.
Well, they have all weird like clicks and stuff. You can't really call it a language.
I mean, you could probably explain away that one with, because there's so many like different tribes and like subspecies of Yautja that maybe one has developed different linguistic skills. But yeah, for what we've seen on screen, that's still a stretch.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we can finish the trailer. There's only 30 seconds left. No.
He's too human, man. All these mannerisms.
We just saw a predator using a gun.
Yeah.
Yep.
His
Oh my
his
God.
mannerisms are far too human, and just for a trailer alone, this is pretty surprising. They would go for this.
The alien looks
Oh boy.
We might not be alone in this hunt.
Fucking hell. This is, what's messed up about this? I don't even hate this idea. I just hate that predator and I hate her. I
I
just
don't hate the
like,
idea. I just hate
Yeah.
everything about it.
That's
That's what
pretty
it is.
much it. I think she's shit. I think he's crap. But the idea of a predator and an android being forced to team up, that in my head, there's a lot you can do with that. This ain't it.
I just oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I noticed in some of the backgrounds actually it's the same landscape and mountains from the last story in Killer of Killers. I just noticed that rewatching this trailer.
So it's the
'Cause,
same
like,
world.
It's because so like the spoilers, I guess. So in the final story in Killer of Killers, which ties together all the three other stories that happen in that film, is like they all get captured by this like super primitive Yautja tribe, and then they make them all fight, and then the one surviving one fights the king or whatever, and they're in this kind of isolated mountainous region or whatever, and two of them end up escaping at the end of that, and then they all go chasing after them, but it's unclear what time period that all happens in.
I don't think they care.
Like with this, and then with the way that Killer of Killers ends, in which they don't actually kill anyone. It turns out that all of the people the Yautja have encountered, they've actually just put on ice for some reason that's not really explained. So now with Badlands, since they're cross-pollinating IPs, they're probably going to use AI tech to bring Dutch and Ripley back in some manner.
Fuck.
Well, is the freezing of animals, because you can see the humans, are they kind of like, do you think they'll tie it in? Like the humans are giving predators people for the Colosseum?
You can see that they even froze like non-humans. Like there's alien creatures that you see and everything, and they're carting off like a non-human. So it's from different worlds that they're freezing these enemies from.
Funny, it was just like children from Epstein's Island.
I feel like I can fast forward into the future and just see us talking about how this movie is such a wasted opportunity and the things that could have worked and this and that. I feel like a wasted premise is on its way.
It's just the worst guy to have for this. That's all it is.
Do you think it'll be like bad and hated like Superman, or just nothing like Rebirth?
Nothing like Rebirth.
Well, you feel not, yeah.
I'm just like
more interesting than Rebirth.
Did see the MK. Did anyone else see this trailer?
Nope.
Yeah.
Everyone else is hyped for it. I am not.
I'm mixed.
Super
because
mixed.
Johnny Cage, like they introduced Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, and he's like 50.
He's too fucking old.
He looks too old. He looks too old for Johnny Cage.
And
I love Carl Urban.
He can't see him. He goes for a kick, and it's about waist high. He can't get any higher.
I didn't see the first Mortal Kombat remake that came out a couple of years ago. Was that worth watching?
Yeah, for fun,
so.
but the OC that they created is a fucking. He's just hero, man.
Paul Young.
They created some original character to be the main dude, and he is the most generic protagonist ever.
So the sequels, they've learned that was a mistake.
Yeah, they dropped his ass. So just
no, he's still there in the trailer, but he's not the lead.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
they did was they said we can't have a white savior, so Johnny Cage they couldn't pick Johnny Cage because he was white, so they made Cole Young and tried to give him this fucking tie to Scorpion.
That was awful.
It only popped up in the last 5 minutes.
I thought the movie was going to be about Scorpion.
And that was the best part of the whole movie, by the way.
That was so cool. Yeah. And then suddenly I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Why are we following you?
The opening and the end, the bookends are the best part of the entire movie because it's just Scorpion and Sub-Zero fucking fighting. It's badass.
It's fun but stupid. That's the quickest summary.
Raiden is an asshole because Raiden goes, I can't interfere, and he lets Kung Lao die. And then at the very end, he interferes and does a smirk. He goes, I thought you could interfere. And he's like, well, I guess I can. I'm like, you fucking prick. You let Kung Lao die.
Yeah. I just remembered fucking Kano. He's hilarious. It's worth it for him and the action scenes. Like, there's a couple cool kills, and the Kano dude is fucking hilarious, man. They better bring his ass back.
You know, apparently everyone who died in the first film's coming back. Everyone.
I don't even care. Bring Kano back. I don't care how. He was funny. He carried the whole movie for me. Goro got his insides ripped out, and he's like, I'm back. How did they make Goro look worse than like the 90s Mortal Kombat? Like, that's one of my favorite practical effects from the 90s, with Goro, the forearm dude.
I liked him too, yeah.
Yeah, he was
I liked his practical effects because it was most of the scenes were a dude in an actual outfit. I thought that was
exactly.
Yeah.
He felt like
that scared the shit out of me. Yeah.
He's fucking creepy. And Mortal Kombat, like those are probably the movies I'd reference of like the shittiest movies that I love. I still just pure nostalgia juice right into my veins.
Well, I know Platoon's gonna jet, and I probably ought to eat something too. So we probably had to wrap.
Yeah,
we
went longer. We went longer than the first stream. That's crazy.
Well, we had the Hemogoblin and stuff. We had all the history.
There was racism to explore here. That's why.
Yeah.
This podcast is sponsored by the Hemogoblin. And fucking Egg Foo. Yeah, some of the characters we've been introduced to tonight. It's incredible.
Watch this become its own thing with its own brand of guests. Because look, we have a guest, a different guest than we had on the first show.
I know, that's pretty crazy.
Who knows what it'll become?
This is where you and Platoon start insulting each other's shows. Go, don't watch that. Don't watch my one.
Don't watch that turd burger of a show.
This is probably confusing for some people. Like, wait, they're still streaming? What the fuck is after that? What's going on here?
I think it's cool. Vex, you releasing any videos? What are you up to? What are you doing now?
Thank you for having me on, by the way. This was a lot of fun, and it's always a good time when I get to indulge in racism. So thank you. Thank you for
the
that.
right place.
Hell yeah.
Working on a Jurassic World video just keeps getting pushed back because I've had other projects to do for other people. So, but yeah, that'll be the next video. But I have a 28 years later review up on my channel, first video in like 8 months. So
nice.
Yeah, I watched it. It was good. It's fucking
Thank you.
I can't stand that fucking movie. And it made me want to watch The Road. Definitely made me want to watch The Road. It's just like that story did well.
I think like I'm in like it's been about 8 or 9 months. So I think I could go for a good cry. So The Road's kind of cute. I'm halfway into Master and Commander. First watch of that.
Oh,
already cried today. Oh my god! When
I love Master and Commander.
This movie is so good. I can't believe
it. What the fuck are you doing? He's never seen it. Like what?
Oh,
that's an easy recommend for anybody if you just want to.
Yeah, this is a beautiful film halfway in, so probably just gonna go finish that. But yeah,
cool. Well, we already know what everyone else is up to because we asked them on the other show. So we're just gonna sign the fuck off. So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Fuck you.